It's time for Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Straight drop, Graham pumping. Double move, Derby McReynolds trying to get over there. And he does! What a recovery by Derby McReynolds! Shotgun snap, Walden going to stand and block. Graham lets it fly. Intercepted, another one! That's Solomon! He's got it back all the way inside the 30-yard line.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Kraken, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Bumper to Bumper, Daryl Westoff with American National Insurance, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, GN Bank, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, Kennar Eye Care, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Paoni Dental, Producers Cooperative Association, The Market 120, G&W Foods, and Call Service.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time.
And it is time. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Frank Jameson Field. The sun is going down, the music is on, the scoreboard is on, and it's time for Trojan football. Tonight's contest is against the Baxter Lions and your Girard Trojans. Girard Sports Live is presented by Kraken, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Kraken. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.com or see everything Kraken has to offer on ckt.net. You're watching Girard Sports Live. We'll be right back with the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Kraken Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
This is Greg from the original home location of Derailed Commodity in nearby Brazelton, Kansas. Our home location includes the warehouse for our company's 16 other stores, allowing us to feature a huge selection of furniture at outlet prices. We also feature by far the area's largest in-stock selection of carpet and floor coverings, and the absolute lowest prices on mattresses. We're your source for lodge-style rustic furniture for homes and cabins. So come see us at our large facility in Brazelton, your destination for outlet pricing.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Call Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, Hankook, and Cooper. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service with fast, reliable on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. We are on the Pregame show that's sponsored by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. I'm going to bring in my co-partner right here, Justin Tucker. Justin, thank you.
Dale, thanks for having me. Glad to be here. Welcome all you Trojan fans. Welcome all you high school football fans in general. Open the season tonight with the CNC matchup. A little warm, but it's a beautiful night for football.
It is a beautiful night for football. You know, we have waited a full year for another kickoff game, and this time it's at home. Last year we traveled down to Baxter, and we took care of Baxter down there just pretty handily last year, but this is a whole new year. Whole new offense. We lost quite a bit of the offensive line. We'll get into that later on in the pregame show. We're going to right now check out the area matchups. The area matchups are brought to you by Bumper to Bumper of Girard, Kansas, formerly Brenneman Auto Parts. Bumper to Bumper has been serving the Girard area since 1935. Stop in soon if you're in need of belts, Bosch brake pads, Wicks filters, Timken bearings, and so much more. Bumper to Bumper, 101 East Prairie Street in Girard, Kansas. Justin, what do you got for area matchups?
For our local teams here, we've got Riverton and Galena, a good old CNC matchup. We got Frontenac going a little bit out of the area against Richmond. Of course, we've got Baxter and Girard here in Girard. You got Labette County High School at Pittsburgh. You've got Independence, El Dorado, Coffeyville, Fort Scott. That pretty well does it for the local guys.
You know, and let's talk about just a little bit about that area matchup. Frontenac going out. Last year was the first year that they went to that, you know, and they traveled down there. I think Frontenac won last year down there, but Frontenac's, you know, kind of like Girard. They lost a big senior class. They're rebooting just like we are. That ought to be a pretty good game down there in Richmond.
It should, and I don't know a lot about Richmond, but me and you are both fairly familiar with Frontenac. They've got a big senior class. I think they got 16 or 17 seniors. They've probably got some experience coming back, so I look for them to get the win at Richmond.
You know, what about your old alma mater there, Labette County, coming up to Pittsburgh?
Well, I wish them the best of luck, but about anybody around here going into Pittsburgh or Pittsburgh going to their place, it's going to be pretty tough.
You know, we saw Pittsburgh over at the Jamboree just last week, and, man, they looked pretty sharp. They're big up front. Their quarterback's only a sophomore, but, man, he has a rocket for an arm. And, you know, Labette might be on the down slope just a little bit. I know they lost one of their key quarterbacks, I believe, Dean, that where'd he go to Iowa? No,
Iowa State.
Iowa State. You know, that is a huge D1 jump, and wish him the best. We're going to go right into the area matchups. I'm sorry, the keys to the game. Keys to the game brought to you by Evans Motors. To your new ride with Evans Motors, stop in and see Nate or Eddie online showroom on evansmotors.net. Justin, what do you think tonight's keys to the game have to be?
Turnovers, penalties, and kids staying in the game, staying healthy, staying hydrated, not coming out with cramps and missing your key players. Some of that is going to happen. Some kids are going to get in the games who don't have much experience, and they're going to have to step up. But it always comes down to penalties and turnovers.
Yeah, that's exactly it, penalties and turnovers. We're going to step away for a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back. You're watching Girard Sports Live.
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
I am no longer living the life on the sideline watching everybody else enjoy those things I want to do. I am doing those things now. I am doing things that I only dreamed of doing for the longest time. I'm truly living the life I've always wanted.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you. And I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
And welcome back to Frank Jamison Field. Justin, we've, the sun's setting. The anticipation is just high as can be. At least it is in my world.
It is in mine too, Dale, and it's cooling down a little bit now. Thank goodness. It's pretty doggone warm in here.
You know, just little things. Brand new band instructor, and look at the band come out on the field. They are all dressed up in their uniforms. That is something that we have not seen in a little while. It's great to see some spirit come back with a new instructor. You know, can't say enough about our alumni and our teachers here at Girard High School, and that's just something that has been missing just for a little while, and we're getting it all back. Good crowd.
Yeah, I just stood up and looked, Dale. The stands are probably 75% full. There's still people filing in.
Still filing in. We're going to step away, but we've got the coach's interview coming right up. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You're watching Girard Sports Live.
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
I am no longer living the life on the sideline, watching everybody else enjoy those things I want to do. I am doing those things now. I am doing things that I only dreamed of doing for the longest time. I'm truly living the life I've always wanted.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
Dale Shireman with Girard Sports Live, caught up with head coach, Coach Philpott. Coach, always thank you for taking the time.
I appreciate being here.
Coach, Jamboree, I thought went real well. You know, battled against Frontenac and then really did well against Pittsburgh. I was impressed. What did you think about it?
I thought our kids competed well. I mean, I think, we kind of, Pittsburgh, they pulled some of their starters there after a handful of plays, but we kind of talked about that. And but I thought all around our kids competed well, ran the ball. We made some mistakes, but there wasn't really any sit back and wait around. I think we were aggressive and we did what we needed to do, and I think we competed at a pretty good level.
You know, Coach, thinking about in the past where we had a soap scrimmage before against our own teams, how nice was it to be able to suit up against another team in a different jersey and actually go out full out?
It made it exciting. I mean, I think, and any of those things, you want to get everybody away healthy, and I think all sides did. So that's the number one thing. But I think going against somebody like that, if done right, can increase the opportunity of everybody coming away healthy with a good look because of upperclassmen going against upperclassmen and younger classmen going against younger classmen to kind of even it up a little bit where it's not just so one-sided. So I thought it was good. I thought all sides involved were competitive and kind of ran it the way it needed to be run. And hopefully they got as much out of it as we did, because I think we got a good look at where we needed to be and where we're at, what we need to improve on without actually having to put score on the board.
Coach, home game, Baxter, what do you know about them?
Not much. Got maybe an inkling of what they might do, just from talking around. But they got their D coordinator is now working for us as an administrator, so they may be a little different on defense, maybe a little different on offense. They've got some kids back from a year ago, but they lost some talented kids, so they're going to be a little bit like us too, kind of new at some things, and new people, new faces doing some different things for them. But a lot of it is about us and how we prepare and how we come out and perform. And I said this earlier today that early games are usually more lost than won, just because of mistakes and errors. And if we can come out and be fundamentally sound against whatever they're doing, will give us a good chance to be on top at the end of the game.
In my experience, football is a game of routine. And we started a new routine this week, getting ready for Friday games. How did the week go, and what did you see that you liked?
I think we're ready to play. I think we've had some warm practices here, considering last week we had some really nice weather. We've been able to put in a couple things here and really kind of focus in on what we think we're going to get. In camp, we spend a lot of time on all possible things and kind of what ifs and different sides of defenses and offenses and things. But right now we've focused on what we think we're going to get and kind of get settled into a routine, like you said. And I think we're looking forward to getting ready to play.
Coach, as always, I want to thank you for your time and good luck this Friday night.
Thank you.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. We've got the national anthem underway. You just listened to head coach Neil Philpott. Tucker, we went over a couple things. Let's give a couple thoughts about that Jamboree. We talked about it quite a bit last week, but you know what? That Jamboree, in my opinion, gave us a great look at what we have in the future.
I agree with you, Dale, and it did for all teams involved and all area teams that played in their own Jamboree. Like we hit on last week, they're pretty much starting tonight with already a game of live football under their belt against a different opponent, somebody different than you hit in practice every day, and that's a big deal.
And Coach talked about seeing that and seeing an opposite player across from you, and it wasn't someone that it was someone that you're going to line up against, and they're trying to get through, and that's something that we really needed to look at, and I'm glad that Keisha has changed the rules this year, where it's given us a little bit of flexibility and go see. We talked about some of the other teams that had four schools come in, and I think they were a little bit hamstringed on some of that with four teams there, because it breaks you down that much more, and two of the teams don't see each other. But, all in all, I think it was great to see Frontenac. We probably won't see Frontenac until the third round of the playoffs if both teams get there, and we won't see Pittsburgh this year. But how much of an eye-opener was it to see Pittsburgh come out there?
Well, they're I think the biggest 4A school in the state. They're only two kids from being 5A, and they've just got so much depth. I mean, they're probably 3 deep, 4 deep in some positions, where a lot of schools our size are 2 deep. You've just got more to pull from. You can practice better. There's just a lot of things that go into that.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. We watched the Pittsburgh offense come out in white jerseys, and they came out, and then they ran 9 plays, and they ran off, and they ran 11 players on in purple jerseys. And that has to be a huge advantage to have that kind of numbers, because at practice, if I'm an offensive running back, I don't go to defensive practice. I go straight out there and do 3 hours or 2 hours, whatever the state mandates, of nothing but offensive practice. And the same way as a linebacker, I'm not worried about what the offense is doing right now. I'm studying the other team.
And that's 50% more practice at that position than kids are getting. If you're platooning, if you have enough kids to platoon, that's 50% more practice they're getting in those positions. Heck, they unloaded 70 middle school kids off their bus and fed them all supper before they came to the stands.
Yeah, and that's a tradition that a bigger school might have that maybe Girard or Frontenac might not have. We have a tailgaters, we have our booster club out here, and they do a great job for Girard, but that's a whole nother level of bringing 70 middle schoolers over, feeding them, and getting those kids involved in the game.
It is, and hats off to Pittsburgh for carrying that tradition on. Stuff like that's great the kids remember it all. It gets all the fans and the parents involved.
We're going to step away for a 2-minute break. You're watching Girard Sports Live. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups. You're watching Girard Sports Live.
Hello. Let me sell you a car. You need a car? I work for Evans Motors, so please let me sell you a car.
Come on. Let the boy sell you a car.
Let me come over for Thanksgiving dinner. You've already bought a car for me at Evans Motors. Please?
He's a hard-working boy. For the love of God, let him come over. He likes stuffing.
Can I go on vacation with you?
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it. In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field, and here come the Trojans. Great to see the numbers out this year, a little bit up. We're around 44 players, and that is great to see. It's time for the starting lineups. Starting lineups are brought to you by the Jagged Edge. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. We'll go ahead and start with the Baxter defense, starting at cornerback, number 2, Dawson Dillinger. Number 4, at linebacker, Logan Gress. Number 13, at linebacker, Kyle Reese. At linebacker, number 20, Braden Hecker. Number 22, at safety, Garrett Paxton. At linebacker, number 23, Josh Ashley. And number 27, at defensive end, Clayton Hakey. Number 50, at D-tackle, Draven Bush. And at D-tackle, number 52, Felix Steffel. Steffel Flex or something. It's something in there. And number 57, D-tackle, Jermaine Brown. And for your starting offense for the Trojans, at guard, number 50, Gabe Sharman. At offensive guard, number 62, Zach Shindo. Offensive tackle, number 74, Eli Tucker. At offensive tackle, number 75, D. Weidman. At running back, Dermy McReynolds, senior. At wingback, number 16, Mason Hubner. At the other wingback, senior, number 15, Wes Jahay. At wide receiver, Logan Thomas. And at center, Caleb Franklin. And at the helm will be junior, number 11, Caden Lolleman. Tucker, let me have a little bit of insight on some of our offensive line and what you look to see.
You know, I look for him to come out and be fairly crisp. D. Weideman, who's a junior, is really the only one who had a lot of experience from last year. So Dee's going to have to be a leader a little bit. These other kids have played a lot of JV ball and played a lot of football, so they're going to contribute, but it may take them a little bit longer to get in the groove of things.
That's exactly it. We're going to step away for our final break, and we'll be right back with the kickoff. You're watching Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Give Leah Smith a call at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Welcome to Frank Jameson Field. Welcome back, everybody in listener land. YouTube land out there is going strong. It's been really exciting. We got the coin flip going on out there right now. They're introducing each other. Your senior or your captains will be Caden Lallman Jr., Junior Mason Hubner, Senior Wes Jahay, and Senior Derby McReynolds for your Trojans. Officials tonight, of course, this will be their second game. They've called a first game as a Jamboree. So, Justin, what happened out there? Did you see?
I haven't been able to tell yet, Dale. Looked like Baxter won the toss, deferred to the second half. Girard's going to be receiving from the east end zone, headed west.
And it's time for the kickoff.
Offensive starters are
opening kickoff is brought to you
number 3, Derby McReynolds. Number 5,
by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift idea and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or maybe even sign up for some Larrett ceramic classes. Call 620-724-8442. Justin, what's your final thoughts? What do you think needs to happen in this first quarter?
We need to come out. Girard needs to come out. They need to be sharp. They need to pound the ball up the middle, hold on to the ball. Even if you don't score any points in the first half, don't have any turnovers, don't have negative plays, eliminate mistakes.
That's exactly my thoughts, too. Right now you'll see the teams come together, get a little hyped up, and that's exactly another thing that we need to have. Last year, it almost seemed like we didn't have any momentum, we didn't have any excitement, and Coach Philpott has brought that back to the Trojans. And it's all right to hoop and holler once in a while. It's all right to be happy about a 10-yard run or maybe a big hit, Justin.
It is, and football's probably the most effective game where you can get pumped up and go. You still have to play within yourselves, do your job, be responsible, but get pumped up, get excited. You're going to play better that way. You've got to be able to maintain it the whole game, though.
That's exactly it. It does no good to come out hot, hyped up, and then just lay down by the end of the first quarter. You've got to keep that intensity level up the whole game. Special teams coach down there getting their last says. Trojans getting ready to break the huddle and get out there after it. Looks like Derby McReynolds and Hubner will be back deep for the Trojans. Looks like we've got some youngsters up front. Got Jay, which is a senior, but then you've got Adam Shireman, which is a freshman.
Back deep for Girard.
Number 58, which was...
You've got Michael Clugston, number 58, Jarrett Buckle, number 21, Zach Davis, number 34 across the front.
Number 5.
Mid-backs, you've got Brecken Troike, you've got Josh Bohr.
And it looks like kicking off for Baxter will be number 5, Henry Riley. He is a junior. And it is time for Trojan football.
Not much wind blowing. Everything's pretty still.
I was looking at the phone. It still says 92 degrees.
I believe it.
And we are ready to get it kicked off. Here it goes. Short kick to be fielded at the 33-yard line. Run up to the 35. Who was that, Justin? Could you see?
I believe that was Josh Bohr, number 42, that fielded the kick and got maybe a 7 or 8 yard return. Number 23, Joseph Ashley for Baxter Springs, made the tackle.
All right. Lallman will bring him up in the huddle. First play of the game, be 1st and 10 from the 30, looks like 36-yard line. Lallman in that pistol in the flex bone formation. Be a direct handoff straight up the middle. Derby McReynolds will get 5 or 6 yards, but he's going to lose the ball. He will lose the ball at the 47-yard line. He went to spin, and it just slipped right out of his hands. That's another thing, Justin, we got to talk about. When that ball, when it's this hot, that ball's going to be slimy because your forearms are wet. You're all hyped up on anticipation, and that ball just squirted right out. Poor guy on the first carry.
It did, and that was a nice carry. I believe that was Clayton Hakey on the recovery there. It was the last hit before he went down, where it usually is.
Number 13, Kyler Reese will bring up the Baxter. Looks like they're going to be at a split back, double tight. Wide receiver to the top of the screen. They'll hand it off to the outside. Looks like going to be run out of bounds after a short game.
Hakey on the carry looked like he might have got just a couple yards there.
Give him a pretty good spot. Looks like a 4-yard gain. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for Baxter. They're going to stay in that double tight, wide receiver to the top of the screen. He'll turn, fake the handoff. Now he's going to scramble out to the outside. He's going to try to skirt the edge, and he'll get the corner.
Keeps it, gets to the right side, where he's driven out of bounds.
Get about 6 yards, maybe 5 yards on the carry.
Going to be close to the first down marker. Looked like 15 Logan Thomas over there ran him out of bounds.
So Baxter's come out and put the ball on the ground 2 times. Bring up 3rd and 1 for the Baxter Lions. Once again, double tight, wide receiver to the top, split backs. He'll turn, hand off to the right side. Nothing there. D. Whiteman's going to slam him to the ground.
D with a heck of a tackle. D squeezed down from his defensive end position and nailed him in the backfield there.
That'd be a loss of 1. Great job by D. Wyman getting his hands out in front of him, reading the ball, and when he got a hold of the young man, there was nowhere to go.
Looks like we've got D and Josh Bohr on the ends, Tucker and Shindo on the insides. Looks like Lallman, Troike,
Joshua Paxton,
McReynolds,
would you move your
Hubner,
vehicle? Joshua
linebacker.
Paxton, move your vehicle. Thank you, sir.
That's going to bring up a 4th and 2 for the Baxter. They're going to go for it. Reese will come up. They're going to be in split backs, wide receiver to the top, wide to the bottom. Under center, he'll take the snap, drop back, look to pass. He'll throw it. Nope. He's going to be scrambled to the right and be tackled, I believe, short.
Looks like it. Shindo and Jay in there on the stop.
Great job by the quarterback. Derby McReynolds was there. He had nowhere to go with it, and they're going to turn it over on downs. Trojan football.
Great job. Great stand by the defense there. Need to hold on to the ball this series.
That's right. Maybe the nerves, maybe I don't know what you're going to say. I ran the ball in high school and in college, and let me tell you, my very first carry in college, I fumbled the ball and they ran it back for 74 yards for a touchdown, and there's no worse feeling. I went over to the sidelines, coach tapped me on the helmet and said, you know what, you're not dead. Get back out there and play some ball. And here we go again. Lallman will be out of the pistol. Derby McReynolds behind him. He'll send J.A. in motion. Handoff up the middle again. Derby will spin. He was hit right at the point of contact, right at the line of scrimmage. He'll spin for maybe a yard. Hey, they're going to give him 2, it looks like. Bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Trojans.
Garcia with the stop.
58, Garcia made that stop right there in the middle. Thomas split wide to the far side.
Lallman will bring him up, flex bone. He'll put Hubner in motion. He'll hand it off to Derby McReynolds again, and right up the middle he'll go. Good for 2-3 yards right there. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Trojans.
Looked like a decent push by the line. I think somebody got Derby's ankles there right as he went through.
Linebacker number 23, Ashley, with the stop.
You know, and this is one of those drive it out. What do you see here, Justin? Do you see us come back out with a pass or maybe try to skirt the outside?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say we run an option here. We've ran up the middle about every time. We're going to fake that and go around the end.
Lallman's going to drop back and pass. He'll have to tuck it down. He's going to get sacked in the backfield. It looked like a jailhouse break. 4 guys chasing him down, and no one there to block him. Trojans will drop back in punt formation.
4 on the play.
Looks like Lallman will be doing the punting for the Trojans.
Looks like Reese and Paxson back deep for the Lions to receive.
We've got a freshman long snapper, Sharman, in there. Adam Sharman. Snap's going to be to him. He'll get it away. Low line drive and kick. Looks like Reese will take it on the run, and he's going to be hit once, spun around, stays on his feet up to the 40, 42-yard line, looks like. And that's where Baxter will take over on downs. 1st down and 10.
Decent punt by Caden. Put them back on their side of the field. Reese had about a 10-yard return.
You know, on that first Trojan drive, which ended in the very first play, the second drive, we went 3 and out. But, you know, we're getting a little bit of the jitters out of the way, getting where we need to be. Reese will come up double tight, wide receiver to the bottom. He'll turn, hand it off up the middle. Pretty well stacked up right there. Gain of maybe 1 on the play for Baxter.
I believe that was Hakey again on the carry for Baxter. Couldn't tell who made the Trojan stop. There was a number of them.
You know, that was a good defensive line surge right there. Stood them right up. Had nowhere to run. Linebackers filled their holes. Great job by the Trojan defense. We need to do that a couple more times here. Reese will bring him up to the line. We'll go trips to the bottom of your screen. Single back. He'll turn, look at it, lead option. He'll give the pass. Lallman will be there for the tackle in the backfield, along with Derby McReynolds. Great job by D. Weidman. Stretched it out there, gave Lallman time and McReynolds time to get upfield, and we're going to take him for a loss of 4.
You know, because D did such a good job right there, it was easy for our other guys. We had 3 other guys there to make the tackle because D spread it out.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing gets outside of you. You stretch it, make it turn in, and by the time he had bounced it to the outside, our linebackers were there to make the tackle.
Third and 9 here.
Reese in shotgun, backs to each side. He'll snap, turn, look. He'll throw the ball. It's going to be caught for a 1st down.
First down yardage.
But it looked like we had a guy there. He might have went for the ball and just couldn't quite get it. It'll be a 1st down for Baxter at the 37 or 47-yard line.
Couldn't tell who that was on the reception, Dale. It might have been number 2, Derringer for Baxter Springs.
And that was just a straight one step and throw to get the ball out of there. And they just settled right into a seam. Reese will bring him up double tight, wide receiver to the top. He'll turn, hand it off to the outside, and there's some running room there.
He goes off tackle.
He'll get 9 yards to the outside.
Looked like Jay Hay and Zach Davis over there on the stop for the Trojans on the corner.
The defensive end's got to stay home and stand that guy up. He can't let him get to the outside. His job is to keep his outside arm open and run him to the sidelines, make him turn in. And right there, he just got hooked.
Josh Boer's playing that end. He's a sophomore. He's got to get some experience under his belt. He's a great athlete, real stout, short, fast. He's very fast for his size.
Reese will come under, turn, handoff, lead option to the inside. And for good yardage, it'll be a first down. Be a gain of 6 on the play.
It's like McReynolds and Lawlerman in on that.
Bring it up to the 33-yard line. You know, and Baxter's not doing anything fancy. They're just turning and handing the ball off and letting the running backs go where they see the daylight.
Till we can stop that, that's what they're going to keep doing. They're going to build off that.
Reese will bring him up, twin backs. He'll turn, option down, line option, and Reese is going to have a seam. He's down to the 10, 5, and touchdown, Baxter. Baxter will get on the board first. What'd you see there, Justin?
You know, it was a really good ball fake by the quarterback, Kyler Reese. I thought he had handed it off, and then he delayed for a minute, and he actually ran inside the fullback. There was a seam there, and he turned it up, and away he went.
Yep. Good hard run by Reese. Looks like Baxter will go for one. Reese will hold, and Riley will be the kicker for Baxter. Left-footed kicker. Snaps down, kick is away, and it's good.
It is good.
So Baxter takes the early lead, 7-0. We're going to step away for 1 minute. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, G & Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G & Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G & Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Baxter's on the board first. They lead it 7-0 with 6:01 to go in the first quarter. Deep again will be McReynolds and Hubner. Off to kick off will be Riley for Baxter Springs. Left-footed kicker will get the ball away. Decent kick this time. Hubner will get it on the run at the 20, at the 25. He'll get to the 30 and up to the 33-yard line. And boy, the ball about skirted away again.
Glad Mason was able to hold on to that ball. You know, that last drive, Dale, we kind of showed some of our youth, but Baxter's got some youth too. We're just going to have to capitalize.
That's exactly it. Get the jitters out of the way, and it looks like it's going to be a dogfight right up the middle tonight. Josh Boer will come off the field, and on will come Lawlerman. Lawlerman will bring him up to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Put motion to the bottom of the screen. Turn and toss it off to Hubner. Hubner's got to get upfield. And he's going to be stopped for a loss, it looked like, maybe. Nope, going to give him a yard.
Jay on the carry.
Oh, was it Jay? I thought it was.
You know, he had a hole there for a minute when he cut back in, though. There was a lot of defenders there for Baxter.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we talked about that Girard needed to do. Spread it out and make him turn it back in. They're going to give him a gain of 1. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Trojans. Lawman in that pistol. We'll have receivers to the top and bottom. Derby McReynolds will take motion, and we'll hand it up the middle. No, we're going to keep it, and Lawman's got a little bit of a seam. Good for a first down and more. Up to the 48-yard line, 47-yard line, they're going to say.
Great ball fakes on that play. There was 2 ball fakes before Caden took off with it. Then Caden had a nice hole to run up the middle right there.
Great seam by the offensive line. Sometimes we don't give the offensive line enough credit, but those are the men up front doing the work.
That's what they've got to do in this offense. They've just got to grind it out. It's nothing flashy. It's just every play.
Lawman will bring him up to the line of scrimmage in that pistol. Derby McReynolds, the back. He'll send Hubner in motion. Now it'll be a toss to the outside. He's got to turn it upfield, and he will. Be about a gain of 1. That defensive end is trying to slow play it, and he's going to slow play it. That means Hubner's got to stick his foot in the ground and get upfield.
Looked to me like, Dale, they're releasing some defensive linemen there. When you do that, when you make that cut, you've got to cut and go, or they're going to be there.
Yeah, he's trying to get – you got to get vertical. If you're running horizontal and running along the stripes of the field, you'll never get to the end of it. But if you turn it upfield, now they're going to call a chop block. Or no, what was that?
I believe that was a chop block.
Chop block against the Trojans. The flag is there in the middle, right on the neck of the Trojan head. I didn't see it come down.
Me neither.
Justin, you want to explain a chop block real quick?
Dale, to the best of my knowledge, a chop block is when you block below the waist outside of the tackle box.
And someone is engaged with another man.
Yes.
So if you are engaged, say I'm engaged with the guy and you cut him below the waist as I'm engaged, that is a huge penalty against the Trojans.
I'm not sure where it occurred, if it was along the line, if it was in the defensive secondary, but I didn't see it, Dale.
Yep. Like I said, I didn't even see the flag. It blended right into the Trojan emblem in the middle of the field. That's going to bring up 1st and 25 for the Trojans, 15-yard penalty. And in this offense, we just can't have that.
Going to be tough. You've got to get it back in chunks here.
Lawman will drop back, look to pass. He'll turn, fire downfield, and it's going to skip. Intended receiver was Thomas.
Pretty nice protection right there by the offensive line. Caden had a pocket. He had room to throw.
Yep, just a little bit short, a little bit flat on it. Nice fiery throw, but just a little bit short. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 25 for the Trojans. Lawman will break the huddle, bring him up. He'll be in the pistol. Wide receiver top and bottom. Derby McReynolds in the backfield. He'll take the snap. He'll turn, look to throw, and it's going to be a jailhouse break again, right up the middle.
Nowhere to go. Stop by number 27.
They had pressure, came right up the middle. I don't know, Dale, if that was a blitz, if we missed a block, but, I mean, it came right through the middle.
I don't know if that was a linebacker stunt or what, like you said, but that'll drop them back to 3rd and 32.
You know, at this point, you've got to think of field position.
Yeah. Get 4, 5, 6 yards and then get the ball away on a decent punt. Try to swap that field. Well, I'm going to bring him up to the line. He'll send Hubner in motion. Handoff. Nope, he's going to keep it around the corner, and he's going to get about 4 or 5 yards to the outside. Lawman, great fake there. I thought he handed it off.
Yeah, I thought Derby had the ball as well.
As well as number 20.
So that's going to bring up a 4th and 28, I believe.
Punt formation again by the Trojans.
Yep, back deep for Baxter will be Reese and number 22, Paxton. Sharman to snap the ball. Snap, decent snap. Lawman will get it. Another low line end-over-end kick, and they're going to get away from a great kick by Lawman. It's going to roll down to the 30-yard line. Great kick by Lawman.
Near the 30-yard line.
About a 40-yard, 45-yard swap right there. We'll take that anytime.
Exactly what the Trojans needed to swap ends.
For the band folks, they're going to go to Disney next year. They have some goodies such as
Trojan defense will come out.
What have you? They're on the east side.
Sharman,
$1 per chance.
Adam Sharman will come in at defensive end, freshman.
He's on the opposite end of Weideman.
So you're going to have Sharman, Tucker, who's number 62, Shindo, and D. Weidman on your front four. Snap, turn, handoff. D. Weidman will make him turn in. Great job by Weidman, making him turn it inside. Linebackers were there. Short gain on the play.
The ball stopped by 15, Jay Hay.
West was in there. I believe Shendo might have got in on that tackle, but another good job by D. Weideman at the end there.
Gain of 3 yards, bring up a 2nd down and 7 for the Baxter Lions. Reese will have him in the huddle. They'll break the huddle, bring it up. Double tight, wide receiver down to the bottom of your screen. Split backs behind him. He'll get under center. He'll turn, look to hand it off, and nope, he'll keep it. He'll jump 2 or 3, spin 4 or 5 times, and he'll get
Has first down yardage.
9 yards on the carry.
Same play he scored on a while ago. He gives a really good ball fake up the middle, and then he goes right around the end.
It's kind of a delayed. You fake the handoff, you step back, you wait for a second, let it clear, and then he takes off. Boy, he's going to get in trouble one of these days trying to jump over people like that.
He's better off to live and fight another day.
That's right, but once he jumped, he got another 4 or 5 yards. Reese will break the huddle, bring him up. Double tight, wide receiver to the top. Split backs behind him. He'll turn, hand it off up the middle. It didn't look like much there. Maybe a gain of 1. Good job by the front 4.
Number 11, Logan Guest.
Pretty neutral along the line there. I was watching the line pretty close that time, and the offense couldn't move them back. The defense did a good job. The lineman did a good job of getting separation, finding out where the ball was.
Pick up a long 2, 2nd down and 8.
Wes Jahay was in there on that tackle again. You know, them poor linemen on offense and defense, they never get any glory.
That's right. That's right.
Looks like Baxter's going to let the play clock run down, take a timeout, I believe.
It will be a timeout by Baxter. We're going to take it with them. We're going to step away for 2 minutes. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Baxter took the timeout. It is 2nd down and 8. Reese will bring him up under center. Double backs behind him. He'll turn, hand it off a lead up the middle. Good for 4 yards, it looks like.
We got Brecken Troike in there, wrapped the runner up by his legs that time from his linebacker position.
They'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Lions. Brecken Troike going to be doing the play calling on the defense. He'll get the signs from coach. 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Baxter leads it 7-0 over your Trojans. Baxter will break the huddle. They'll bring it up with 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Wide receiver to the bottom of the screen. Double backs behind him. He'll snap the ball, fake a handoff. No one there. D. Weidman's going to take him to the ground.
Good job, D. Good tackle by D. We had good pressure up the middle by the defensive line. Tucker was there. Weideman cleaned him up.
Big D. Weidman there. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. We're going to step away. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
And welcome to back to Frank Jameson Field. 1 quarter in the books. Baxter leads it 7-0. They'll flip ends. It will bring up a 4th and 12 for Baxter. Looks like Baxter's going to drop back in punt formation. Derby McReynolds will be back for the Trojans to return. Justin, do you go after this here?
I think you do. Being early in the season, you never know what can happen.
Decent snap. He's on the ground. Knees on the ground, and they're going to call him down. Trojans get a huge break right there. Punter, low snap, takes his knee down to the ground, and once that knee touches with his possession of the ball, that is where he's downed at. So big break for the Trojans. Trojans offense has to take advantage of this. Great field position.
Yep, we've got to use this. We've either got to score or we've got to drive it right down to the goal line. You know, even if you don't score, then they've got a whole field to go. Field position's a big part of this game.
Lawman will come off the sidelines with instruction. Get in the huddle. You know, he's got to be telling the boys, all right, let's go. Trains are moving. Let's get it going. Lawman in that pistol formation, flex bone behind him. He'll send one to motion, hand it off down to Derby. We're going to have a flag on the play.
That's either going to be, I think that's going to be offsides on the Trojans, Dale.
Just a little bit of antsiness. That's something we can't have. You get a great break by Baxter kneeling the ball on the punt and then just shoot yourself in the foot. That's something we've got to clean up.
That's right. Early season jitters.
For the players and coaches this evening. Thank you very much.
That'll move them back 5, bring up 1st and 15 for the Trojans. Lawman will be in that pistol formation. Send motion down to the bottom. He'll fake the handoff, pitch it out to Jay, and Jay's got a corner. He's going to get 4 or 5 of the yards back.
Hakey made the tackle on him right there. If Hakey wasn't there, West got a lot of running room.
Just 1 block away. Need to seal that in to just a little bit more. Hakey coming from that outside linebacker position.
Running the ball up the middle, it's going to open that up. That's what, you know, we were 1 man away from a big play there.
It'll bring up 2nd and 12 for the Trojans. Lawman will break the huddle, bring him up to the line. Derby McReynolds behind him. He'll send motion to the bottom. Turn, pull it. He'll turn it upfield. Lawman's got the corner.
Gone.
10,
He's gone.
5, touchdown, Trojans! Great read by Lawman. Suck it up in there, and that's exactly what we talked about. They're looking for Derby McReynolds up the middle. He pulls it, and down the sidelines he goes.
Dale, when Caden cleared those linebackers, everybody else was still tackling that tailback. Everybody thought Derby had the ball. That was a tremendous ball fake, and we built on that all night.
You know, we talked about that in the Jamboree. Drive it up the middle, break it to the outside, and that's exactly what happens. On to kick, number 32, ball is away, and it's good. Trojans tie it up, 7-all. You're watching Trojans football on Girard Sports Live. We're going to step away. We'll be right back on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field, where your Trojans just tied it back up. 7-all. with 10:53 remaining. Great fake up the middle by Lolleman. Everyone thought McReynolds had it. He pulls it, turns the corner, and was gone.
I've got to give some love to Ethan Davidson, a freshman that kicked that ball. He kicked that ball, and that ball had a lot of room to go when it went through the uprights.
Trojans will line up for the kickoff. Kicking off for the Trojans will be, still trying to see his number 2, Luke Nigaman, another freshman for the Trojans.
In for the kickoff is number 2, Luke Nigaman.
Deep will be Reese for Baxter.
Back deep, number 13.
Talking to some of the players, they say that Luke, number 2, he's just a freshman, but they say he's one of them kids, he's just good at whatever he does.
Boy, his dad was my quarterback, came in as a sophomore way back in the 90s, and he made a great quarterback. Look for big things out of the young gentleman. Kicks away, decent kick, down to the 20-yard line. Reese will get it on the run. He'll stop at the 30, stutter step up to the 35, and fall forward to the 35.
Troike in there on the tackle, 84 Brecken Troike with the stop right there.
So it will be Baxter ball at the 35-yard line. Nice kick by the freshman. Looks like Troike will get the signs from coach on defense. He'll break the defensive huddle and bring him up. Right here's where the Trojans need a stand.
Got to slam the door shut. Looks like Franklin in there at defensive tackle. Tucker's getting a water break here.
Reese will turn, handoff, ball's on the ground, and the Trojans think they have it.
Derby says we've got it.
Who's got it? And the Trojans come up with the fumble.
I don't know who got it. They all think it was Zach Shindo.
Huge play by the Trojans. 2 big turnovers by Baxter. Girard needs to capitalize right here, turn it back, and put it back in the end zone. And that will be another nail in the coffin. Ball's a little bit slick. I'm sweaty up here just announcing. Lawman will break the huddle, bring the Trojans up to the line in that flex bone in the pistol. He'll turn, hand it off to Derby this time up the middle. Derby's going to keep his feet moving, and he's going to get a couple yards at least.
They are flying to the middle right there.
Well, that's exactly what we want them to do.
Connor Oliveira was out there on that play. He's coming off this time.
Long will break the huddle, bring him up to the line. In that pistol, we'll have twins to the bottom of your screen. Lawman surveys. Puts in the motion to the top of the screen, turn and hand off to Derby McReynolds. And there's a little bit of a seam there this time. Good for 3 yards, 3, maybe 4.
On the backside there, Baxter Spring sent an inside linebacker, and he tackled Caden Lawleman. He thought Caden still had the ball. They're blitzing quite a bit right up the middle. Our linemen, we've got to keep our heads up. We've got to pick that up.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Trojans. He'll turn, hand it up the middle. No, he'll keep it to the outside. There's going to be a flag on the play. I didn't see what it was.
Dale, that's either going to be a hold or a face mask where that was called right there.
We'll look for what the penalty is. We're going to get a hold on the Trojans. That'll back them up 5.
Caden cut to the outside right there at the last minute. I thought he had a hole up the middle, but I can't see everything from up here.
Yeah, and it's hard to read it on the run. A little bit of a haze in town tonight. Not sure. It smells like there might have been a little brush pile burning or something. They're going to decline the penalty and bring up 4th down. Tucker, got to go for it here.
Got to. You're at their 30-yard line. It's 4th and 4. We've had pretty good success getting 4 yards on our core plays tonight. Even if you turn the ball over, you're not gaining anything.
Yeah, we've given the ball back to him on the 35, and I believe on the 37-yard line already. So right now, not bad field position. Even if we get a yard or two, Trojans are going to call timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching Trojan football right here on Girard Sports Live.
If you'll get your tickets out from the 50.
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
I am no longer living the life on the sideline, watching everybody else enjoy those things I want to do. I am doing those things now. I am doing things that I only dreamed of doing for the longest time. I'm truly living the life I've always wanted.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field, 4th and 4. Lallman's going to send him in motion. And there's going to be a penalty on the play. I'm not sure if they jumped, we stopped the motion.
It looked like it's going to be on them. Yes.
It will be a penalty against Baxter. They will give us a first down.
Good timeout by Coach right there.
Great timeout.
Great play call right there.
That'll be 1st and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line. New life for the Trojans. Lallman will break the huddle, bring him up in that flex bone. He'll bring motion up to the top, turn, look at handoff. He'll pull it. And, oh, boy, just one guy away. That defensive end gets there. Lallman pitches that ball, and I believe we're skirting the outside.
Bradley Hesse or Hazy there on that tackle, big defensive end. Last man. That was the last man, and that could have been 6.
And that's the guy we're reading, so we're not blocking him, period. So we're reading the 3 technique, and we're reading the 7, and that's the guy we're not blocking. Lallman will break the huddle. He did pick up 2 yards, 2nd and 8 for the Trojans. They'll bring him up. Straight snap, drop back. He'll hand it off to Derby McReynolds, and up the middle he'll go. Good for 3 yards.
Nice run by Derby, nice blocking. We also had a lot of room to the outside.
Yeah, that's just one bounce to the outside, and I think that play really goes. And that's hard to read when you're running the ball that close. He's only 5 yards or 4 yards deep. It's pretty tight quarters in there for Derby McReynolds.
And Derby's hitting that hole good and hard, too.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need tonight. 3rd and 5, ball on the 20-yard line for the Trojans. Lallman will break the huddle, bring him up to the line. Snap, toss to Derby McReynolds. He'll look to skirt the outside. He will get close to the first down.
To the 15-yard line.
I think he's going to be just short. He'll be to the 15-yard line. And he needed to get just across the 15-yard line. So it'll bring up a 4th down and 1. Once again, Justin, what are you looking for right here?
You know, I'm looking, if I'm coach, I'm going to think about going on 2 again. If not, I'm going to run it right up the middle. We've been able to pick up positive yards, 2-3 yards every time.
Looks like they've got a shade to the top side of your screen. He'll send motion to the top side, turn, look to hand off, and Lallman's going to get across for the first down. Not a whole lot more, but he just turned and turned it right upfield, exactly what he needed to do. First down for the Trojans.
Really nice read by Caden. He knew where he had to get to, and he went right there. I mean, if he would have kept going outside there, he was going to be shut down, but he knew he only had to get a yard, and he did the smart thing and got it.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Trojans at the 14-yard line. Up to the line, the Trojans will come. They're in the red zone. We have to stick it in right here. Motion to the top, turn, handoff. Nope, he's going to keep it. Lead block up the middle, up to the 5-yard line. Great carry and great lead block right there by Wes Jahay. Send him in motion to the top of the screen, send him right through the hole, and Lallman just turns and follows him right up there.
great ball fakes. The only thing I can see we maybe need to do a little bit better is get them blockers to the second level and keep blocking to the whistle.
Yep, that's exactly it. So it'll be 2nd down and 2 from the 6-yard line. Trojans banging at the door. Lallman will bring him up to the line of scrimmage. 7-7 with 5:50 to go. He'll toss it to the top of the screen. Jay, and they're going to call a hold on Sharman. I didn't see it, even though he's my son. I think he was engaged with the guy, took him upfield. The guy wanted to go upfield, and he took him there, but they're going to call a hold on him.
Yeah, Gabe, I thought, did a good job. I threw my hands up in disbelief because Gabe he had his hands inside, and he was driving him to the outside. Didn't see the penalty there, but the ref's always right.
That's right. The ref's always right, even though we might disagree with him. That's going to back the Trojans up 10 yards. So it will be 2nd down and 12 from the 20-yard line.
Tough penalty right there. We can come back. We can bounce back, though.
That's right.
We can still get a 1st down. We just got to get the ball inside the 5.
2nd down and 15 for the Trojans. Lallman will break the huddle. Motion to the top of the screen. He'll turn, fake the toss. Turn and throw to McReynolds, and McReynolds is going to be nailed right at the 20-yard line by Reese. Good hit by the young man.
Quickly brought down.
Derby took a lick there. It might have hurt Reese as much as it hurt Derby there. They're both up and moving around. They're both fine. Pretty good tackle by Reese. I watched that play develop, Dale. You know, we pulled some backside linemen even on the pass right there.
Pretty good protection, really. Lallman had time to get it away. Left-handed Lallman. That'll bring up 3rd and 13, gain of 2 on the play. Lallman will break the huddle, bring him up to the line. Motion to the top of the screen. He'll turn, fake. Look to throw. Ball's away, and it's going to be overthrown.
Pass is incomplete.
Looked like a late hit on the quarterback, but nothing called. Is there a flag on the play?
Yeah, there's a flag on this near side. I'm thinking it's going to be offsides.
Illegal shift?
I think that's what that was. I didn't see a shift at all. Maybe the receiver wasn't set. Maybe he moved at the last minute. Good pass by Caden. Caden put that ball where his guy was going to catch it or it was going to be incomplete.
Once again, Thomas, 6'4", tall, lanky guy. He'd be able to go up and get it. They're going to decline the penalty. Still, it'll bring up 4th down and 13. Ball on the 17-yard line.
About 4 minutes left to go in the half.
Trojans hustle up to the line. Lallman in that pistol formation. He'll look to get the snap. He'll get it. He'll drop back straight. Now he'll roll to his left or to his right. Throw out in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Mason Hubner with the catch. Great job of sitting down in the end zone, in the hole in the zone by Mason. Even better pass by Caden Lallman.
Right there it was. They send Mason Hubner to the in motion to the top of the screen, and he just makes a little wheel route, sets down right in the little crease. Lallman delivers a strike and touchdown for the Trojans. On comes Davidson, Ethan Davidson, freshman, for the Trojans for the extra point. Snaps away, kicks down, and it's good. Trojans lead it 14-7 with 4:03 remaining. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live. We'll be right back.
Hello, let me sell you a car. You need a car? I work for Evans Motors, so please let me sell you a car.
Come on, let the boy sell you a car.
Let me come over for Thanksgiving dinner. You've already bought a car from me at Evans Motors. Please?
He's a hard-working boy. For the love of God, let him come over. He likes stuffing.
Can I go on vacation with you?
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hempler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field, where your Trojans lead it 14-7. 4:03 remaining in the half. To kick off will be Nigaman for the Trojans. Kick is away. Ball's dropped by Reese, and a spin move, 1-2 guys trying to get him, and he's still spinning. Take him down at the 25-yard line. Now there's going to be a late flag, I believe, on the Trojans.
Couldn't tell who made that tackle. Ethan Merrill was in there. Looked like Bo Harris was in on that play. Several young Trojans.
They're going to call a personal foul against Girard.
I'm guessing a late hit.
I sure didn't see anything after the whistle there.
I saw just a little bit. Looked like the pile was just getting cleaned up a little bit. That was just good old football back when we played. But we'll give them 15 yards. Tack it on to the end of the run. Once again, great job by Ethan Davidson for the extra point. You know, we've seen some freshmen come up and make some spots there on the varsity already.
We have. Adam Shireman's been out there. Really impressed by Davidson's kicking.
Yeah, Sharman's been there at defensive end. He's long snapping too. Then you got Nigaman kicking off and Ethan Davidson kicking extra points. So great job by the young Trojans. Reese will bring him up to the line for Baxter. Ball will be on the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for Baxter. Double tight, receiver to the top of the screen, Twins behind him. He'll look, turn, fake. Now he's going to tuck it down and got to make the tackle there, young man. Reese is going to skirt for a good 6 yards.
Bohr, the defensive end on this side, did a good job turning him in, but he's got to capitalize right there.
He got upfield just a little bit too much. He needs to break down, but good job. Once again, Bohr only a sophomore.
Yes, he is.
You know, we were talking earlier about how young this Trojan team is, but for a sophomore to be playing any varsity time, more or less, as much as that young man's playing right now, great job.
Timeout, Baxter Springs.
Baxter will call a timeout. We'll take him with it. You're watching Trojan football. Trojans lead it 14-7 with 3:07 remaining in the half. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
The cheerleaders and the band.
Girard Medical Center now offers both outpatient pulmonary and cardiac rehabilitation services. Our approach combines physical therapy, respiratory therapy, behavioral health, and nutrition to help you become more fit and active.
With cardiac and pulmonary rehab, we want to focus on lifestyle changes. We provide people with education to help prevent further events.
Each treatment is unique to the individual patient because at Girard Medical Center, we care for our communities one patient at a time. Call us at 620-724-5126.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Your Trojans lead it 14-7 with 3:07 remaining in the half. Baxter with the ball. Baxter will come up. Reese will be under center. Split backs behind him. Twins to the top of the screen. He'll look to pass. Turns. Great tackle right there by number 84, Brecken Troike, coming up from his linebacker position. Reese looked to throw, had no one open. Great job by the D-backs. And Brecken Troike taking him down for a huge loss right there.
Good read by Brecken. Once he shadowed the quarterback till he got out there, and he broke at the right time, and he went right at him.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 for Baxter. You know, the Trojan defense, they gave up that early touchdown, but you know what? They've come back in quantity here in the second quarter.
They've held strong. They've had a little bit of turnover help on the kneel down on the punt, but overall they've been solid ever since that early series.
Flag on the play. Ball's going to be tipped and almost intercepted by Troike.
Good job, Brecken. He was reading the quarterback's eyes. He was flowing to that side. He was in the perfect spot.
Didn't see what the penalty was. It was against Baxter.
Illegal shift.
Illegal shift against Baxter, so that's going to back him up. You back him up, it's already 3rd and 11. I think I decline it and take it to 4th down and 11. That is declined. The Trojans will decline it, and they'll bring up 4th down for Baxter.
4th down, 11, stopped clock. Nope, they're going to run the clock.
I'm not sure why the clock's running on a penalty. Of course, the new rules this year are in play. Baxter will drop back to punt. Derby McReynolds for the Trojans, deep to return. Snaps away. Decent kick, semi-spiral. McReynolds will take it up from the 40 up to the 45-yard line, maybe 46-yard line, and that's where the Trojans will take over with 1:43 remaining in the half. Tucker, that was a great defensive stand by the Trojans.
That was, and I want to go back to that last Trojan offensive drive. One thing a lot of people don't notice, that was a long drive. It took over half of the second quarter. I think, Dale, there was probably 10 or 11 plays on that drive, and that kills that clock, and that's tough on an opposing defense.
And that's exactly what Coach talked about. If you've watched any of the interviews before, especially the preseason interviews, he said we're going to grind it out. We're going to get 3, 4, 5 yards, and that's what this offense is. Lawman will bring him up. He'll send no one in motion, look to hand it off, and he'll give it to Derby McReynolds. Derby's past the 50 down to the 45, and he will get to the 44-yard line. Great run by Derby McReynolds, good for 9 yards. Trojans in the hurry-up offense. Ref's going to take their sweet time here. Clock is stopped, and they're going to bring the chains in to measure. Boy, it doesn't even look close from my viewpoint, but once again, officials are always right.
That's right. Derby hit that hole really hard that time, Dale. One thing I noticed is we did have blockers at the second level. Some of our linemen were out to the second level that time, so I think maybe our fine coaching staff might have talked to them boys on the sideline.
And that's exactly what we want is coaches coaching. They'll stretch the chains, and they're going to be a good half yard short. I could have saved them about 30 steps on that one.
Short by about 2 football length.
Once again, great crowd for the Trojans here tonight. Stands are pretty much full. Baxter's pretty sparse over there. It will bring up 2nd down and 1. 1:25 to go remaining in the half. Trojans will be in that hurry-up offense we saw last year. Coach bringing that in early in the season. Works on it a lot in practice. They'll yell clock, 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 and everyone's on the move. Lawman will bring him up. Looks like Franklin will be the center. He'll send one to motion top of the. He'll turn, hand it off to Derby McReynolds, and nothing there that time.
That play got blowed up from the very beginning. Man come right over the center.
About a yard on that play. And there was number 23, Ashley, and number 50, Bush.
Bring up 3rd down and 1. Long one. Motion to the top of the screen. He'll turn, hand it off. Ball's on the ground.
Ball's on the field.
We've got it. Wes covered it. Or no, Caden covered it. No, Mason Hubner on the ball. Aware play.
Wow.
At this point right now, if I'm coach, I'm gonna let the clock run.
Let the clock run. Maybe kneel on it. Just go into the half with the ball.
I may take one shot at the end zone right here.
You're going to take a shot at the end zone. Looks like he's going to run it down and call timeout, and he will. Timeout, Trojans will take it with them. Your Trojans lead it 14-7, 27.2 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll be right back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, G&N Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&N Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&N Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. 27.2 left to go. And it's going to be a keeper up the middle. Good for a first down by Lallman. Nice timeout. Nope, no timeout called. They're going to say hurry, hurry, hurry. Up to the line they go. 21.1 seconds. They'll stop it just to move the chains and get set. Now they'll run the clock.
Caden's going to clock it here, surely.
16 seconds remaining. And now.
We have a timeout on the field.
Timeout.
For Baxter Spring.
Baxter. 13.6. We're just going to keep it right here. Great fake up the middle to Derby McReynolds. Lallman, we've seen him pull it twice before. Great job by Lallman reading that. They're going to collapse on Derby McReynolds, pulling it, getting upfield. Good for the first down for the Trojans.
Nice counter action after that fake by Caden. He just spins to the other side. There's a huge hole there. Could have been a lot bigger. It's a good tackle on the end of the play there. Dale, what do you run here? 13 seconds left. You're at the 34-yard line. You really got time for two plays, but you got to get out of bounds. I think we're out of timeouts.
Yeah, I believe we're out of time. No, we've got one left, okay. I believe.
You know, Caden's got a good enough arm. He can put it through the back of the end zone right here.
Yeah, I look for that wheel route again. Send that up back in motion to the top of the screen, or looks like the top of the screen since we're on the left hash right now. Send him in motion, that little wheel route, see if he can get in that seam and get out of bounds. But it's got to be a quick play, and the offensive line has to make their blocks.
That's right. If I'm Baxter, I'm sending a little bit of pressure here.
Lallman will bring him up to the line.
Here comes the pressure.
Pressure's coming up the middle. Lallman will skirt to his right, turn, throw the ball. Derby McReynolds is going to make the catch and get out of bounds.
And it's complete.
Right at the first down marker.
Number 5, Caden Harrison with the reception.
They're going to say it's just short. I'm sorry, Caden Harrison makes the catch. It's going to bring up a 4th and 1. No, can't be 4th and 1. It'd be 2nd and 1. But there's only 6.8 seconds left. You got to go to the end zone here.
You've only got time for one play. Great catch by Caden Harrison right there. He knew what he had to do. He caught the ball. He made sure he got out of bounds before he got tackled. Good pass by Lallman.
You know, right here, I'm looking at that follow. Getting Lallman up the middle. The defense is spread wide. We'll send motion. He'll fake it. Lallman will go to the end zone.
Thomas.
Looking for Thomas. Going to be a flag on the play. We'll get one more chance at it. Thomas was there. Lallman put it on the line. And the defensive back didn't even turn around.
No.
Just ran straight into Thomas. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty.
We'll get one more shot at the end zone here. There's only 0.2 seconds left. This is going to be the last play, barring another defensive penalty.
You know, we've guessed wrong twice here.
Yes.
I'm not even sure we're even in the same ballpark as Coach calling plays, but you know what? They're working.
You know, you look at Logan Thomas, you look at Caden Harrison. They've got some pretty good size advantages on them corners, especially the far side corners. That's who I'm going to pick on with my 6'5" receiver and my 6'2" receiver.
That's exactly where I'd go. Maybe throw it up high. Whatever you do, don't throw an interception. You don't want to pick six, but the ball will be down on the 13-yard line with 0.2 seconds remaining.
And a down.
Be 1st and 10. For the Trojans, and the Trojans are going to call timeout. Coach wants to talk about it, and I don't blame him. We'll step away, too. Your Trojans lead it 14-7 over Baxter with 0.2 seconds remaining in the half. You're watching Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Final play of the half, and we'll go for the corner of the end zone, and it's no good. And that's how the half will end. Your Trojans lead it 14-7. We'll be right back with the GN Bank halftime show. Whew, what a half. We'll look for the second just to be as good. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Cheer squad and the band.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field, where your Trojans lead it 14-7 over the Baxter Lions. Halftime show is brought to you by GN Bank. Halftime show is brought to you by GN Bank, where they have been providing customers with the highest quality financial service in friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank and learn more at gn-bank.com. Wow, what a first half. You know, we'll get into the eye of the game here in just a little bit, brought to you by Canar. But Justin, overall, what did you think of the start of the game?
You know, I think it was, Dale, I think it was, you know, your pretty standard first ball game of the year for both teams. Girard came out, we looked pretty rusty on defense. Baxter was running simple running plays up the middle, having success. You know, and then Girard's offense kind of came alive. Like the timing started clicking. We made some adjustments on defense. Like we said before the game, turnovers. Both teams have had, you know, 1 or 2 turnovers each. And that's really hurt Baxter more than Girard due to the field position of the turnovers.
That's exactly what I was going to get to. You know, the turnovers, the kneeled punt, low snap on the punt by Baxter. He drops down to a knee to field it, and we get the ball right there. It was a huge play. You know, and Girard Trojans have taken advantage of some of Baxter's mistakes.
They have, and they've got to continue to do so. Football is a game of mistakes, a game of field position, a game of inches. We've got a close ball game at the half, and it's going to be a great one in the second half.
We're going to step away for one more break, and we'll be back with the Eye on the Game, brought to you by Kenara Eye Care. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenara Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenara Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it. In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings, leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Girard Medical Center now offers both outpatient pulmonary and cardiac rehabilitation services. Our approach combines physical therapy, respiratory therapy, behavioral health, and nutrition to help you become more fit and active.
With cardiac and pulmonary rehab, we want to focus on lifestyle changes. We provide people with education to help prevent further events.
Each treatment is unique to the individual patient because at Girard Medical Center, we care for our communities one patient at a time. Call us at 620-724-5126.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field on the GN Bank Halftime Show. The cheerleaders are out there doing their performances at halftime. It's time for the Eye on the Game. Is brought to you by Kenara Eye Care. Thanks for the support from their community. Kenara Eye Care has nearly doubled their space in extended hours with locations both in Pittsburgh and Girard. Kenara Eye Care is the clear choice. Make your appointments by calling 620-235-1735. I'm going to turn it over to my co-partner here, Justin Tucker. Give me a little bit of eye of the game. What's happened so far?
You know, it's been a good close football game. It's been a simple football game, nothing flashy yet. A lot of runs up the middle by both teams. Baxter has had the most success running their quarterback off ball fakes, and that's the same success Girard's had. We've both completed a few passes. Defenses are both playing pretty well, which you expect to see early in the season. Not a whole lot of missed tackles. So, you know, it's your basic first football game of the year, Dale.
That's exactly it. You know, and Girard has sustained some drives. They've made some decent stats going on. Do you have any of the stats or any completions or anything over there, Justin, at all?
Dale, I've had kind of a rough time keeping track of it. I'm kind of green at this. But I don't have exact numbers, but I can tell you both teams are run heavy. You know, Baxter probably has somewhere around 85 to 95 yards rushing. Girard just a little bit more. Reese, I believe, has completed one pass from Baxter Springs for 11 yards. Caden Lolleman, I believe he's completed 2 or 3, probably has about 40 yards passing.
Well, great job over there. Once again, this is our first game too, so we'll get better as we go. That is your Kenara Eye on the Game. We're going to step away for one more break. When we come back, I'm going to bring Blaze Bowers, Superintendent of Schools here at USD 248 on. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Call Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, Hankook, and Cooper. Farmers and ranchers trust Call's service with fast, reliable, on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Call's is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Call's Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121. Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Hello, let me sell you a car. You need a car? I work for Evans Motors, so please let me sell you a car.
Come on, let the boy sell you a car.
Let me come over for Thanksgiving dinner. You've already bought a car from me at Evans Motors. Please?
He's a hard-working boy. For the love of God, let him come over. He likes stuffing.
Can I go on vacation with you?
This is Greg from the original home location of Derailed Commodity in nearby Brazelton, Kansas. Our home location includes the warehouse for our company's 16 other stores, allowing us to feature a huge selection of furniture at outlet prices. We also feature by far the area's largest in-stock selection of carpet and floor coverings, and the absolute lowest prices on mattresses. We're your source for lodge-style rustic furniture for homes and cabins. So come see us at our large facility in Brazelton, your destination for outlet pricing.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. The band's out on the field, but we brought in a special guest tonight, Superintendent of Schools, Blaze Bauer. Blaze, thanks for taking the time.
Hey, thanks for having us on, and you know, we appreciate what you do and really putting our kids in the forefront, our bands, our dancers, our football team, and what a great atmosphere on this wonderful field that a lot of community members took part in making this event happen in this facility, but it's for everybody, and we appreciate the attention given to it.
Blaze, this is what, your 5th year as superintendent?
8th.
8th year already. Time flies when you're having fun, big man. Hey, what is going on in the district right now?
First of all, I want to, I know this happens all across the country every year, but I want to thank all of our staff for just getting school started. And I'm talking about we have great things going on in the classroom. We have great teaching staff, but also just, you know, our food service, Corey Kimmery. When you start school and you feed 1,000+ students and you have your facilities ready to go, there's a lot of good people that worked really hard to get a wonderful school year started, and I want to mention that, and I really appreciate what our administrators have done. And other than that, you know, we've been in school for about a month now, believe it or not, and things are rolling well, and things look good. We have some new staff, exciting staff, and we have some good, new programs in place. But we've had a very blessed and successful start to the school year so far.
Blaze, I've had the blessing and the ability to be on the school board for the last 16, 17 years, and probably this is the youngest staff I've ever seen. When I came back to the school for the teachers and introduction, there was a lot of new faces out there and a lot of enthusiasm this year, and I think that's part of a great start of the school year.
There is. You know, we have several staff members that were fortunate enough to be able to retire and do some things they want to do in life, and when that comes, it's a sad moment. You have to replace them, but you also lose a lot of history and a lot of knowledge in our culture and our traditions. We've hired several young teachers, and you know, I said at the beginning of the school year, one of our biggest challenges is maintaining our unique culture and our expectations in Girard, but we still have the right mix of people to get that done, and we're very, very proud of the people we've lost. We're very happy with the people that have come in as well. Blaze,
once again, the new football field on the bond issue, the elementary school was the addition down there as well. How is the new additions, and I believe we have one new facility going in right now. Tell me a little bit about it.
We do. We have, we're doing a little renovation at the activity center. We have some warehouse space that we're going to convert in some cardio space, and most importantly, a wrestling facility for a wrestling program, which we're starting this year. But I do want to touch real quick on that. When you look at this football field and you look at the new facility out at the activity center, that was mostly funded by donated money. And you look at a lot of the things, you go back to the bond issue and the people that support our schools, you go to the scholarships, you go to the different groups that do things for our school. Our school is very, very blessed to have people in this community. As a community as a whole, they support the school. But the new facility out there, we hope to have that done about the middle of October. That will house a wrestling program that we've put in place for this year. And we're just very grateful for the support of our community to allow our kids to have these things.
Blaze, I want to thank you so much for coming up, spending a little bit of time with us. I'd love to do something like this every home game, so you or Mr. Ferguson or someone just pencil it in every home game, get up here at halftime, and we'll talk a little bit about Girard School District.
Okay, thank you.
That was Blaze Bauer, Superintendent of Schools at Girard. Want to thank him again for his time. We're going to take a 2-minute break, but before that, I'm going to give a shout-out over to Parsons. I've got a few people texting me back and forth over at the, just on the porch, hanging out, watching Girard Sports Live. That is a great thing about Girard Sports Live. Big shout-out to Susan, Susie, and Kelly over there. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
When I wake up in the morning, love, sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Your Trojans lead it 14-7. Boys are back out on the field, getting warmed back up for the second half. Tucker, what do you look for the second half of this?
You know, I was just beside us here talking to one of the old coaches, and like he said, Girard has got to take control of the game right here. We start out on defense. We've got to get them 3 and out, or maybe 2 series and out. We've got to start imposing our will on them on offense. We need to run it down their throat. We need to go down and score. The longer we let them hang around, the more they think they can play with us.
That's exactly it. You come out with authority, you run the ball back up the middle, and you fix whatever blocks you missed in the first half, and you drive it right down their throat, and that will break an opponent's back faster than anything in this world. Come out there and dominate in the first series.
You know, and one thing I'm sure Coach Philpott and his staff talked about is we've got a key on the quarterback. He's a good athlete, a good quarterback. He makes good decisions. He's been a big chunk of their offense.
That's exactly it. We got about a minute and a half left before the game will get back underway. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Give Leah Smith a call at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
And welcome back to Girard Sports Live, Frank Jameson Field, and we're ready to get the second half underway. Tuck, we talked about it. We needed to get a drive established, but you know what? We're going to kick the ball off to them.
We are, and we've got to go down. We've got to wrap up. We've got to tackle, and then we've got to play good, solid defense. We need field position right here.
We'll be kicking the ball from the west to the east. or from right to left on your screen.
Luke's going to be doing the kicking for Girard. Got Adam Shireman right beside him, 2 freshmen. We're going to be probably calling those names for quite a while in the future here.
Well, you got Adam Sharman, then Gabe Sharman, cousins right next to each other. Keep an eye on them in the middle of the field. See what they can do. I know what kind of mischief they can get into out on the farm.
You got Matthew Pike out there. He's a senior, and this is the first year he's played high school football, so glad to see him out there playing.
All right, Luke will kick off. Looks like who's back deep for?
Looks like
Baxter?
you got Hakey. Hakey's
Is
back.
Hakey back this time?
Yeah.
That's going to be changed up from Reese. Reese had been doing it for the Baxter Lions. And we're ready. There's the whistle to start the second half. Luke will come up to the ball. Line drive kick. Nice kick. Going to bounce at the 20. Be gathered up by Hakey. He'll be corralled. Wow, right up the middle. Great job. Let's see who gets up. 28, 22.
I believe you had Mason. Mason Hubner was in there. I think Matthew Pike was in there.
Troike in the pile too. So great job. He had nowhere to go.
No.
He couldn't field the ball clean. Luke puts that ball not real high, but all the way down to the 18-yard line, and Hakey could do nothing but pick it up and get what he could. Trojans stack him right there.
Great coverage. Way to stay in your lanes.
Reese will come up, break the huddle, come up to the line. Wide receiver to the top of the screen. He'll get the snap, turn, handoff, bubble right up there, and great job by the Trojan defense. Nowhere to go. No gain on the play.
Looks like Lolleman did on the stop with several other Trojans.
Trojan defensive line stood him straight up right there, bubbled it, and he had nowhere to go. Lallman come in, cleaned up the pile. Great job at exactly what we talked about, Tucker.
D stood his ground. Zach Shendo, I believe, was in there plugging things up, and that really let the linebackers come up and clean the play up.
Reese will look at his wristband, get the call. They'll bring him up to the line. Looks like twin receivers to the top of the screen. They'll be split back behind him. He'll be under center. Trojan front four chomping at the bit to get some more action. Be a penalty marker, delay a game?
Usually a delay of game.
Yes.
It is a delay of game against Baxter. So great job by the defensive line there. Baxter, once again, first game of the season, and the first time we're going to see a play clock get involved tonight. I believe that's the first delay of game.
I believe it is, Dale. We've had several illegal shifts. We've had several holds. We've had several pass interference.
That'll bring a 2nd and 14 for the Baxter Lions. Lions will break huddle, come up to the line. Reese will get under center. Single receiver to the top of the screen. Turn and hand off to the middle. Nope, he's going to keep it to the outside, and he's going to be swung down
Reese keeps the ball.
by, I think that's Jay, isn't it?
Close to the original line.
No, that's Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas on that stop.
Logan Thomas coming up
Number 15, Jay
from his
Hay
corner position.
with the stop.
Great job. Once again, first year of playing, no gain. Bring up 3rd and 10 for the Baxter Lions. Trojan defense standing tall right here. See if they can do it one more time. Official timeout?
Believe so.
Nope, reset the play clock, they say.
You know, Dale, we've got 2 juniors out there. It's their first year of playing football. You got Logan out there at the safety position, and you got Zach Davis over there at corner. We're glad to have them guys.
Lions will break the huddle, come up, single back behind him, twins to the right, twins to the left. Looks like a 4 vertical coming right here. He'll drop back to pass. D. Whiteman's going to chase him down. Now to the outside.
Quarterback roll.
Derby
McReynolds with the interception. Derby reading the eyes of the quarterback. Went up and got it at the high point. Great job by the Trojan defense.
Nobody saw it. It was behind the play, but Brecken Troike put a lick on Reese right when he passed that ball.
It started off with D. Weidman not letting him set his feet. Then Brecken Troike from the inside linebacker position. And Reese had nowhere to go. Throws the ball up in the air for Gibbs. And guess what? We got Derby McReynolds, and he's going to go track it down, and he did. 1st and 10 Trojans at the 44, 45-yard line. Whew. Get a little excited. Lallman will be in the pistol. Derby McReynolds directly behind him. They'll look to turn, handoff. Nope, he was going to keep it, and now he'll bull his way forward for 3-4 yards right there. Great job. Not for sure the handoff might have been there that time.
Yeah, it was there.
Still good play by the Trojans. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. 9:31 to go in the third quarter. I'll change that on your screen.
Trojans really need to drive the ball down and score right here. Take control of the game right here.
So 2nd down and 7. Pistol snap, going to be blown up. Nope, Derby's going to get the handoff, and he'll get scored forward for 3-4 yards. But, man, right up the middle, right at point of contact.
Draven Bush came over the left side that time. Believe he was right there in the A-gap between the center and the guard, Dale. He just blew right through there. Heck of a move by Derby to pick up positive yards there.
Got to get that sealed off there. That between Franklin and Sharman. Lawman will bring him up. 3rd down and 5 for the Trojans. Drop back pass. Oh, over the middle.
Incomplete.
And
intended for number 16, Hubner.
Hubner was the intended receiver. I don't think Hubner was ready for that pass, and he took a lick right in front of the linebacker. That'll bring up 4th and 5, and the Trojans look like they'll punt. They'll bring in the punt team. Adam Sharman will come on. Lawman will drop back for the kicking duties.
Lawman into punt. Reese back to receive.
Decent snap, bounces to get to Lawman. Lawman will put the leg into it. Kick will go down. Bounce once, twice. Great punt. Going to roll all the way down to the 3-yard line, and that's where the Baxter Lions will take over on their second series in the third quarter. Great job by Lawman. Great job by Sharman to get down there. He was the whole reason they didn't scoop it up, because Sharman's sitting there waiting on him, just telling him, pick it up, I dare you. And they let it roll all the way down to the 3-yard line. Great field position for the Trojan defense to stand up tall again. Reese will take it under center. He'll turn, hand it off, try to get some yards up the middle. Not much there. Good job by the Trojan defensive line to stack him right there. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on the play.
Plugged up well that time by Shindo and Tucker. Brecken Troike came in, cleaned it up. D. Weideman's getting a little breather right now.
And that's nice to have players that we can bring in and out and give some people some spells. Ironman football pretty much all the way across the board for the Trojans. You're going to have Sharman at one defensive end.
Bohr at the other.
Snap, turn, fake handoff. And Reese is going to get smacked right square in the middle. Lawman, great job filling right there backside. Sharman turned it in. Good job turning it in, and exactly what he had to do. And Lawman is there to fill the hole. Bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Lions.
Great job, Gabe. Great job, Caden. 3rd and 4. Defense has got to watch the ball here. We don't need a mistake right here to give them an easy first down.
D. Weidman comes back in at that defensive end for Sharman. Snap, turn, handoff right up the middle. I think he's going to be a little short.
Looks like it.
Great job by the Trojan defense if they held it right there.
Those interior linemen are getting double-teamed most plays, and that time they did a pretty good job of stacking up the double team. They took it on, made piles.
Officials are going to call timeout to bring in the chains. I hope they're a little closer than last time. As they bring it in, Tuck, what exactly has changed on the defensive line or the defense period for the Trojans? Can you tell any difference?
You know, I think, Dale, that first quarter, I'm sure our guys had some butterflies going on. And that first drive, I think maybe we were just out of position a little bit. Coaching staff did a good job of calming them down, and now they're all doing their jobs out there.
That's right. Well, they're going to stretch the chains tight, and they're going to call it a first down for the Lions at the 17-yard line. You know, and once again, the Trojan defense, make them grind it out.
Yes.
Make them pay for every yard that they get.
You know, we're already halfway through the second quarter because it's a ground and pound game right now.
Reese will bring the Lions up to the line. Split backs behind him. Single receiver to the top of the screen. Snap, turn, handoff, lead right up the middle, and he's going to get 4 or 5 yards on the carry.
Number 11 with the carry. Guess. Stopped by Brecken Troiki.
Brecken's really doing a good job of cleaning things up in the middle there.
Weidman.
Going to be a gain of 5. Bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Lions.
Across the front now for the Trojans, you got Weideman, Shindo, Tucker, Bohr.
Reese will bring him up to the line. Turn, fake the handoff, go to the outside. He's got nowhere to go. Trojans in pursuit and still on his feet. Good job by Reese to stay on his feet, but the Trojans had him running scared.
You know, Zach Davis, our near side cornerback on that play, it would have been really easy for him to follow that ball to the left, but Zach did a really good job of staying home, and he was here when that quarterback cut back. If he hadn't been here, that guy had all kinds of green in front of him.
It will be enough for a first down for the Lions. Be 1st and 10, ball on the 23-yard line. Going to reset the play clock. Trojans lead it 14-7, 5:35 remaining in the third quarter of the contest. Reese will go under center, split backs behind him, single receiver down to the bottom of the screen. He'll turn, handoff, follow him. Not much there. Good job by the defense. Boy, Reese is a hard runner. He doesn't go down easy. They'll stand him up, and if you don't take him to the ground, looks like Reese lost a shoe, though. So maybe a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 for the Lions. You know, the intensity and enthusiasm of the Trojan defense, I'm loving to see it. They're swarming to the ball, and that's exactly what we have to have.
Got to have it all game long. They're rotating a few kids in and out. You got Ethan Merrill in at outside linebacker right now. He hadn't been in much, but you got to try to keep him fresh best you can.
That's right, hot night. Single backs, twins to the top of the screen, and ball's on the ground. Reese has it now and going to slip a couple tackles. Going to be taken down for maybe a gain of 1. But that play had something wrong with it from the get-go. I don't know if it was snapped on the wrong count or what.
I think the center snapped that a little bit unexpectedly. A couple of our defensive linemen were watching the ball, and they took off, and the offensive linemen were still standing there because it was snapped early. That's what I think. The ball was on the ground from the snap. Reese wasn't expecting that. Too bad we didn't fall on that ball.
Yeah, good job by Reese to scramble. I'll give the man credit. He is a hard guy to take down. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Lions. Reese under center. Split wide receivers, top and bottom. He'll turn, look to throw, and going to be chased out of there by D. Weidman. Now it's going to be knocked away. Oh, they're going to call pass interference on.
Oh, very questionable pass interference call right there.
They're going to say he had his hand on his back. That's why they're going to call it. Pass interference against the Trojans.
The call is pass interference.
Now we're going to have an injured player on the ground. We're going to take a break. We'll step away, and we will talk about that penalty right after this. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Thanks to your support, Kenara Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenara Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. We're in the third quarter, 3:43 remaining. Trojans lead at 14-7. Injured player was quarterback Reese. Tough young man. He got up and walked up on his own. Maybe got just the wind knocked out of him. But the Trojans take that pass interference penalty. It's going to give the Lions a 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I think what they're saying there, I think they're saying Ethan had his hand wrapped around the receiver's back. He did a good job of batting the ball down, but they were saying he was holding him from behind.
We'll see the backup quarterback, number 8, not on my schedule. He handed off to the outside, and Trojan defense there, number 42, number 1, and number 15 there to make the stop. Great job by.
Nice hit.
Was it 15, Jay Hay?
Yeah, it looked like West came in there on that. Jackson Derringer is the backup quarterback. He's just a freshman.
You got to flip the roster over. That's why he's not on there. The Trojans do not have a number 8, by the way, if anybody's wondering, at home. Dellinger will break the huddle, bring him up, split backs behind him, single receiver to the top of the screen. Going to be.
Flag on the field.
Not sure what the flag is going to be.
It's got to be offsides or delay a game, one of the two.
Well, there's still 5 seconds remaining. False start against the Lions. I believe he was rocking back and forth.
I think so. Freshman quarterback, I bet his eyes are as big as pie plates. He's going to be a little nervous.
You know, and that gives us 5 of those yards back that we got on that pass interference call. So
you got Adam Shireman in at defensive end, freshman Adam Shireman. Josh Boer's getting a little breather.
Well, good to see the young guys in there. Freshman quarterback, freshman defensive end. We'll see what we can make out of it. Snap, turn, handoff to the outside, and wow, look at that.
Bracken
Troike on a stunt, gets through unscathed, tackles him for a 4-yard loss in the backfield. Great job, Bracken Troike.
As well as Adam Shireman in there.
That's it's a big handicap to Baxter's offense when Kyler Reese isn't in there. You know, it probably limits them on what plays they can run.
Baxter will break the huddle, come up to the line. Trojan defense will get set. Turn, snap, he'll drop back, look to pass. Nowhere to go. Sharman's got him for a sack. Freshman on freshman. Great job by Adam Sharman with the sack. Nowhere to go. He turned left, turned right, and guess what?
Yep. D had him hemmed in. Adam had him hemmed in. Tucker was coming up the middle, and Adam got the sack right there. Great job, Adam Shireman.
That'll bring up 4th and 25 for the Baxter Lions. And it looks like going to be a timeout called for the Trojans. We're going to take it with them. You're watching Trojan football. Your Trojans lead it 14-7. We'll be right back on Girard Sports Live.
Timeout on the field for
Family owned and operated, G&N Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&N Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&N Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Your Trojans lead at 14-7. 1:34 remaining in the third quarter. And, you know, we talked about it coming out of half. The Trojans defense needed to stand up tall, and they have. Lions will be back in punt formation. Derby McReynolds deep for the Trojans for the return. Good snap. Ball's away. Derby McReynolds settles underneath it. He'll get it. He'll turn it at the 45 to the 50 to the 45, 40, 30. Down to the 20. Ow, and he gets tripped up at the 15-yard line. Great return by Derby McReynolds right there.
Derby did a good job of settling under that ball that was still in the air, and he was full speed in about 2 steps.
Great job, great field position, and you know what? That kind of takes the wind out of the Baxter. We see a couple of those Baxter guys limping off just a little bit.
That whole quarter was played on this end of the field. They thought they were getting out of it. Now we've got the ball back at their own back at their 17.
You know, and that was a decent punt. And a 10, 20, 30, 48-yard return by Derby McReynolds. Great job. Lawman will bring him out in that pistol. Send the motion to the bottom of the turn. Hand off to Derby McReynolds. Reynolds runs hard right up the middle for a good 7 yards. Great way to hit that hole. If you're going to get the ball up the middle, you better hit that hole hard, and he did. And that only works if your offensive line makes that hole.
Right. It was there, and Derby does a great job of hitting that hole.
Great job by the offensive line up front. You got Franklin, Sharman, Tucker, Shindo. Lallman back in the pistol. He'll send motion again down to the bottom. Snap, pitch out to Hubner. Hubner will look to turn it up, and he's got enough for a first down. Great stutter step there by Lallman. Get the ball out there, make that man commit, and once he commits, pitch it out there down to the 4-yard line, is it, Tuck?
Yeah, it looks like it. Mason looks like he's maybe a little bit shook up on the play. Either tweaked an ankle or might have some calf cramps going on.
Looks like the way he's pointing that toe might be a little bit of a calf cramp right there, and understandable.
Yeah.
These boys have been playing all night long. 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter. See if the Trojans can pound it in right here.
21, Jarrett Buckle into the game to replace Mason.
Send the motion to the top. Lallman's going to keep it, and he's going to get stacked up right there. Maybe a gain of 1.
Lallman keeps it, stopped by several of the Lions right up the middle.
There was a hole there, but it closed quickly.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. We're going to step away. You're watching Trojan football as they lead it 14-7 going into the fourth quarter on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Well, we got a little bit of a break. Updates are brought to you by the Market 21. That's full-service salon and boutique. Market 21, Market 120. I'm sorry. We'll get you back in the game looking for your very best. Give them a holler at 316-650-6680. Tuck?
We've got a few quick score updates here from around the area. We're going to stay in Kansas for the most part. Columbus up on Colgan 21-7, almost the end of the third quarter. Fort Scott leading Coffeyville 14-7. We'll catch a few more here in just a minute.
Lawman will take the pistol snap. Toss it out to Derby McReynolds. Reynolds will turn the corner and maybe get one more yard. Tuck, give me another couple.
We've got Galena having their way with Riverton 42-8 into the third quarter. Let's see. Frontenac is down 6-0 to Richmond, Missouri halfway through the third. Let's see, Northeast is getting beat 46-0 by Pleasanton. Iola leading Parsons 13-6 at halftime.
And that is your scoreboard update by Market 120. Lallman sends motion to the bottom of the screen. Turn, look, he'll just walk it in himself. Wasn't even touched right there. That right-hand side of that line blew everybody off into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
You could have drove a truck through that hole, Dale. Looks like a Trojan lineman a little bit shooken up. Zach Shindo a little slow to get up, but he's coming off now.
You're going to get some dents and dings in this game, you know. Tuck, we've been playing 3 quarters of play. It's hot. Freshman long snapper, freshman kicker. He'll get it down. Kick is up and no good. Going to miss that one. Had plenty of distance, but just off to the left. We're going to step away for one more break. We'll be right back in the fourth quarter. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Your Trojans lead at 20-7. Another freshman coming on to kick. Nigeman will kick the ball away. He's done a great job so far tonight.
13-6 over Parsons. So far, those are not finals.
Deep for the Baxter Lions will be Hinkie.
All of those were third quarter scores.
Waiting on
that whistle.
The whistle. The official. I don't know if he's cramped up or what. Yeah, it should be flipped around.
They're going the wrong way.
They got they should have them lined up on the other 40. So they'll swap them back around here.
It's all right, everybody. It's the officials' first game of the season, too.
Yep. I don't want to hear any everyone's perfect world, but so they'll get them swapped around here. Once again, how big was that drive by the Trojans? It was all started off by the return by Derby McReynolds.
It was huge. You know, it would have been better if we would have taken that first drive down and scored, but no damage done. Our defense held strong. We scored that time. We've got control of the game. Now we just have to put it away.
That's right. Luke Nigeman on to kick the ball away for the Trojans. Now we'll get the whistle. Here it goes. And the kick away, line drive, spiral kick. Hard to down to the 20-yard line. Look for a block. He'll run to the outside, be taken down right at the 32-yard line for Baxter.
Looked like Matthew Pike over there. Gabe Shireman in on that tackle.
Like Bo Harris, number 28 on the stop.
Bo Harris getting in there too. So the Lions will take over. Ball on the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Well, I think the Trojans stifle them one more time here, and that's going to be a lot of air taken out of the bag. But it does look like the starting quarterback has come back in. Reese for Baxter. That is a good sign for the Baxter Lions. He'll hand off to the outside. Nothing there. Stacked up.
D. Weideman. D just corralled him right there.
D. Weideman says, not on my watch, son.
75, Weideman, and number 67, Caleb Franklin.
Might have been a loss of one almost there. The game of inches at times. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Baxter Lions. Trojans lead at 20-7. 10:43 to go in the contest. Reese under center. He'll turn, hand it off to the inside. And a little bit of a seam there, good for 4 yards. That was just kind of a crossbuck. He cut it right back up the middle on the backside and just got right behind one blocker.
Couldn't tell who was in on that tackle, but it looked like our linebackers did a good job of filling on the backside. Probably Troike in there. Could have been Hubner.
Well, I tell you what, Troike's had a heck of a night already tonight, and we still have 10 minutes to go in this game.
He has. You know, a lot of times Caden Lolleman's in there at linebacker, but the heat's got to be taking a toll on him playing quarterback and linebacker. He's got to have a break.
Reese will get under center, split backs behind him. He'll look to pass. He'll throw. Nope. He'll pull it down, run to the outside. Good yards, and Reese not hurt too bad. He's across the 40 down to the 35-yard line. Little gimpy getting up, but, you know, for a broken play, they had him corralled. That defensive end just has to stay home long enough to make sure he can't get to the outside on a broken play.
Tucker had good pressure up the middle, and once he got past Tucker, he had a big seam there. Once he got vertical and had that speed going, he was tough to bring down.
You know, Reese has some pretty darn good speed.
He does.
So they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 36.5-yard line. Reese will take him up to the line of scrimmage. Turn, hand it off up the middle. He'll look to bounce it out, and D. Whiteman there to just rip him down. I'm going to call that the hit of the game. He's had it there all night long.
D's made about 5 tackles like that. He's got such a wingspan. He gets within 3 yards of you, he's wrapping you up.
Hit of the game brought to you by Bradshaw Collision and Repair. If a deer ends up tackling your car like D. Whiteman just trashed that running back, look like a Trojan linebacker this fall. Take to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, painting, paintless dent repair, glass repair, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repairs get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. Reese will be back under center. He'll look to pass, turn, drop, nothing there. Back it, gets it completed over the middle, but great job by the Trojan defense. It was a ball up for grabs, and Baxter came down with it.
Jay Hay was right in position where he had to be. He contacted the receiver right when he got the ball. The receiver did a nice job of holding on to it.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Lions. Trojan defense needs to stand here. 8 minutes, 8:15 to go in the contest here in the 4th quarter.
Lions all the way down to the Trojan 31 here. We need a stop. We don't need to let them back in the game.
Reese will break the huddle, come up to the line. Broken play. He'll try to skirt the outside, but Derby McReynolds is there. Scoop him up. Nothing happening. Loss of 7 yards will bring up a 4th down and 11, maybe 12 on the play.
Great job by Derby. He came up, he contained, he had his helmet on the sideline side of the runner when he tackled him. Doesn't get any better than that. And then we had Jay Hay, we had a linebacker. They were all there to clean it up.
Impressed with the Trojan defense on this hot night. You know, getting a look at some of the guys a little bit bent over, trying to wear down a little bit, but they just need to stay strong for 7 more minutes in this contest. Trojans lead it 20-7 over the Baxter Lions. Reese will bring him up under center, split backs behind him. He'll look to pass one way or the other, throw it up for lobs. And Derby McReynolds, nope, gonna be Logan Thomas goes up and picks the ball off for the Trojans. And Reese just threw that up for grabs.
He did, and you know, great interception by Logan. Good job by our defense, but that's about a punt right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that is exactly it. Nothing really lost there. They're probably going to turn around and punt the ball away anyways. But the Trojans will take over at the 9-yard line.
Not taking anything away from Logan, but he'd have been better just to bat that ball down.
Very true. Very true. But you don't get in the stat books for batting it down, son.
That is right.
Logan Thomas with a nice way to go up and get the ball at the high point. Trojans will have the ball at the 9-yard line. Turn, hand it off to Derby McReynolds. Derby's going to make it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Nice run for 7-8 yards right there, and there's a Baxter lineman down.
Like there's a Lion on the field.
I think he might just have the wind knocked out of him, it looks like. A few guys taking a knee. Now they'll all take a knee around him. Trainers will come out and see to him. Boy, Derby hits that hole hard, don't he?
He does. Not sure who that is for the Lions. One of their defensive linemen. You know, it's kind of a turning point right there on that drive, Dale. Baxter was moving the football. They were going right down the field, and it was the broken play where Kyler Reese came out running to our near side, and Derby made a really good open field tackle on him. That changed that whole drive. That could have been the turning point of the game right there.
It could have very well been. You know, Baxter gets back in this, goes to 20-14, and that's a whole new game, just up 1 touchdown. 6 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the contest. We're going to step away for one break. We'll be right back. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
Let's give him a hand, folks.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Lawman's going to keep the ball himself. He's across the 25 to the 30. Nice run up the middle. Good for 17 yards on the carry. And all that was that fake handoff, and he counters out of that and follows the lead back right up the middle, and it's been there tonight.
Play's been there all night. The injured Lion a minute ago was number 23, Joseph Ashley. During the break, he did get up and walk off the field on his own power. Looked like he just had maybe the wind knocked out of him.
Always good to see him walk off on their own power. Young gentlemen play hard out here. Everyone's playing hard, and you're going to get dinged up a little bit from that time to time. Lawman will take him up to the line, send motion to the top of the screen, turn and hand it off to Derby McReynolds, and Derby's across the 45 for a Trojan first down.
Good blocking. First down. Way to hit the whole Derby. That's hard to stop right there.
You know, and right now is where Girard drives the dagger right into the Baxter Lions. The offensive line's getting a good push up front. You know what? Until they stop you, I just keep running it.
You've got control of the game. It's time to impose your will on them. Drive down the field, eat some clock, and put the game away.
There's nothing more demoralizing than a ground and pound. Motion down to the top. They'll hand it off to Derby McReynolds again. He's across the 50 to the 47-yard line. He'll get popped in there a little bit, spun around. But he'll be all right, and it looks like the Lions are going to have another lineman down, number 50.
Dravin Bush holding his left elbow.
We have an injured.
We're going to step away for one break for an injury. Hope the young man's all right. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
And welcome back. Looks like the Lion's going to get off on his own power. He's still holding that arm a little bit, but you know what? We talked about it earlier, how demoralizing this just ground and pound right up the middle. Derby McReynolds hitting the hole hard. Our offensive line's doing a great job making the holes for him. But just keep pounding it away. 5:30 to go in the contest. Lawman will come up to the line, send motion to the top of the screen, and he'll just follow Derby McReynolds right up to the 45-yard line. Good for a Trojan first down, it looked like to me, Tucker.
Yeah, it's going to be. If it's not, it's right at it. And the left side of our offensive line there had a really good surge on that play. Derby was the lead blocker, actually, and his man stacked him up in the hole, or Caden would have had a lot more room.
And they're going to reset the play clock. Nope, they're going to spin the play clock. A little bit of confusion on what's going on left and right. I think coach is just going to let the clock run down and then call timeout. That's what he's going to do. We're going to take a break with them. Trojans lead at 20-7, 4:50 remaining in the game on Girard Sports Live.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Your Trojans lead it 20-7. 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the game. A little bit of confusion on the last play between the officials and Philpott. And Philpott said, you know what? We'll just call a timeout, run some clock, and call a timeout. Trojans will just come right up to the ball.
I think Coach was wanting them to measure that, which I think they probably should have.
Yeah, I don't think it's maybe a half inch, if not an inch over. Just a lead follow. Lallman will get it good. He'll get 6, 7, 8, 9 yards on the carry. That quarterback keep follow. Just a counters out of there, turns it upfield. Great job by the Trojans. Needed a half inch and got 10 on the play. Four minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the game. Trojans will come up to the line. Derby McReynolds still a running back in the back. Lallman, the quarterback, in the pistol. He'll send Jay in motion, hand it off. Nope, he's going to keep it. Same play. He'll bounce it to the outside, get around to the 20, breaks a tackle to the 15, 10, 5, down to the 2-yard line. Great job of reading that by Caden Lallman.
And Caden had some blockers downfield. He had a receiver down there. He had a running back down there. He had a couple linemen down there.
Great job by the Trojan offensive line. Boy, that, I don't know what you call it, lead follow, counter follow, whatever you want to call it, where he fakes the handoff, counters out around, and it's been there all night. Trojans will have it 1st and goal on the 5-yard line. Boy, you punch one in here, and that really does take the wind out of Baxter. Lallman will send motion to the bottom of the screen, turn, handoff, and Derby McReynolds in for 6. Trojan touchdown. Trojans take the lead 26-7 with 3:41 remaining in the game.
Right up the middle. There was a huge hole there. The line shoved the Lions all back into the end zone. Great blocking, great ball carrying.
You know, and this has just been nibble away, and then, you know, here in the end of the third quarter, the beginning of the fourth quarter, the Trojans have just pounded up the middle. They're going to set the ball on the right hash. Going to try to get that extra point we missed back, and I why not? We've ran the ball up the middle of this whole drive. Lallman will take it in that pistol. He'll go down the line, pass it out to Jay. And Jay's going to be stopped short. Boy, it looked like he was right there. Good defensive play by the Lions. So the Trojans will keep it at 26-7. We're going to step away for 1 minute. You're watching Girard football on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Your Trojans lead it 26-7 with 3:41 remaining in the contest. Once again, freshman Luke Nigaman to kick off for the Trojans. It's like Hinkie back deep for the Baxter Lions. There's the whistle. Luke will boot the ball. Short kick this time, going to bounce at the 25 right to Hinkie. He'll try to skirt the left side, and he'll be taken down by Troike. Boy, Troike's had a big night tonight.
Down by Troike.
Brecken's been everywhere. Special teams, defense, he's flying to the ball.
Good game by the young man. Only a sophomore.
Good-looking kid, good, thick kid. He runs well, he moves well for his size, and he's got a nose for the football.
He does. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions on the 32-yard line.
Looks like you got a Shireman on each end here.
Adam Sharman on the top of your screen, Gabe Sharman at the bottom. You got a freshman and a junior. They'll swap sides as I say it. Reese will take it, hand it off right up the middle, and nowhere to go. Great job by the interior right there. Shindo making the tackle.
Shindo and Tucker both got double teamed. They both took them on. They both piled them up. Great job there by the interior lineman.
Looked like a gain of 1, maybe 2. Bring up 2nd down and 8 by the scoreboard. But how important it is to get some of those young kids in there this early in the season. Reese will bring him up, split backs behind him, single receiver to the top. They'll look to hand off. No, he'll keep it. Nowhere to go. Brecken misses him, but cleaned up by the rest of the Trojan team.
Looks like 62 got him low. That's Shindo. Merrill also in on the stop.
Yet Zach Shindo came in from the backside. Good pursuit by Shindo.
And that was all turned in by Brecken Troike, coming from flying in from his linebacker position. Great job once again. So you got Shindo, Tucker, Sharman, and Sharman, your front 4. You know, and I've been impressed all night long with the front 4, mixing them in and out. You know, D. Weidman's had a heck of a game. Tucker's had a great game. You know, Sharman and Sharman have come in. They don't start, but they're filling time in. Draw back to pass, and looks like he's going to be sacked right there.
Sack on the play.
Eli Tucker got him.
Eli Tucker from his tackle position. Looked like he came through there, fought off the double team, and couldn't be stopped. That'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And I think they've just wore down that Baxter line.
You know, it's all a grind. You run a power running offense, and then when your defense starts having their way with them, the offense and the defense feed off each other.
They do. It's a back and forth game, and right now the Trojans have it in hand. 1:35 to go. Your Trojans lead it 26-7. You know, and it is 4th down and 12.
And the Baxter's throwing the white flag here. They're going to let the clock run down, take the penalty. They're going to punt it away. It looks like they took a timeout, but I'm sure Coach Philpott's probably just going to victory formation clock it right here.
Well, they'll have the ball still 4th down when they come back from the timeout. We'll step away with them. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field, where your Trojans lead it 26-7. 1:24 to go. And Justin, this game's pretty much over but the crying.
It is, and the whole second half has just been a grinded out. The ball's been on the ground the whole time. It's been a defensive battle, and we've just been able to out-physical them in the second half.
They're going to go for it, 4th and long.
I think they're punting.
Are they going to punt it?
Yeah.
Oh, over his head. Ball's on the ground.
Here comes Tucker and
Sharman. And Tucker's going to take him down at the 1-yard line. And I have to believe Coach Philpott will take a knee here.
Yes.
Boy, just a high snap. Nothing can get done. Tucker comes clean through there, fights his way through. Sharman, and between the two of them, they were looking to make a kicker sandwich out of that one.
I think they were hoping for that scoop and score that every defensive lineman dreams of right there. But their punter did the right thing. He fell on the ball and didn't let it go into the end zone.
Yeah, either that or kick it out of the back, one or the other. And you're going to have a new quarterback come in for the Trojans. No reason to get anyone hurt. And they will.
Looks like they're going to run it, Dale.
Going to run it. Snap, turn. He'll keep it himself, and he'll be stopped short. Be stopped short.
Ethan
Merrill, the freshman quarterback, sophomore quarterback. Sophomore quarterback for the Trojans.
Shy of the goal line.
56 seconds remaining in the game. Trojans lead at 26-7, and got to believe this might be the final play of the game. Well, going to get a penalty for 2 men in motion. They're going to get in the end zone, but some of the younger running backs in there for Girard.
Yeah,
Looks like
Zach went in motion when he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, Zach Davis might have went in motion. Now, I think Zach was the tailback in that.
It was that left wing back, I believe.
Left wing back. It might have been.
Might have been Oliveira.
Yeah. 33 seconds remaining. Girard has to snap it one more time. Merrill will bring him up to the line. Davis back behind him. He'll take the snap, turn, hand it off. Nope, going to keep it. And that follow play's been there all night. And they're going to score on what might have been the last play of the game, if not. But they're going to go up 32-7 with 12 seconds remaining in the game. Ethan Merrill with the follow, and that follow's been there. Boy, he just stood right behind him, and every time the line took a step, he took a step.
He had some help there. He was getting pushed a little bit by the linemen, so that's good to see.
Going to bring Davidson back on for another attempt. Might as well get one more shot at it. Snap rolls to him. Going to be a fire call. Luke will turn, throw it, and going to be incomplete. So the extra point's going to be no good. Luke Nigaman is the holder. He is the freshman quarterback. So 32-7 is the score with 12 seconds remaining. We're going to step away for one more break. We'll be back with the wrap-up of the game. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
Girard Medical Center now offers both outpatient pulmonary and cardiac rehabilitation services. Our approach combines physical therapy, respiratory therapy, behavioral health, and nutrition to help you become more fit and active.
With cardiac and pulmonary rehab, we want to focus on lifestyle changes. We provide people with education to help prevent further events.
Each treatment is unique to the individual patient because at Girard Medical Center, we care for our communities one patient at a time. Call us at 620-724-5126.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. 32-7, Trojans over the Baxter Lions. 12 seconds remaining. You know, I think you got pretty much all your freshman team in right now. No reason to get anyone hurt. Baxter's got a lot of subs in too.
Yeah, at this point, you're just subbing. You know, there's 12 seconds left. I doubt if Baxter maybe run one offensive play. They may take a knee. You know, great way to start the season for us. We really looked a lot better in the second half. On to next week.
That's right. Next week, Galena. We'll recap that here in just a little bit. Luke Nigaman to kick it off for the Trojans. Luke's done a great job. Low line drive and kick. Going to bounce at the 20. Roll back to the 10-yard line. And Baxter will be, going to hit the outside. Get it up back to the 17-yard line with 6.7 seconds remaining.
Looked like Gage Davenport was in on that tackle. You had Brock Scales giving chase on that.
Number 20, Trevor Amershak.
Amershak getting in there too. Like I said, big freshman class. Great to see Coach get some of them in there. With 6.7 seconds left, Tuck, you think they're going to go deep?
Dale, I don't think so. Looks like they've got the freshman QB back in.
Yeah, they got the freshman QB back in. They were missing a player, run him on late. Missing a running back. Split back, he'll take the snap, turn, hand it off. Tucker tries to take the handoff. Right up the middle, Tucker says, I'll take it. No one else wants it. And that's going to do it. The Trojans are victorious, 32-7 in the home opener. Whew, what a great game, Tuck.
Good way to open the season, Dale. Good way to open the season.
We're going to step away for our first post-game break. Post-game is brought to you by, Leah Smith. Oh, she's going to get mad. Sis Smith, Farmers Insurance. Post-game is brought to you by Leah Smith, Farmers Insurance. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for you and your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. We'll be right back with the Leah Smith Agency postgame show. You've watched Girard Sports Live in Trojan Football.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Give Leah Smith a call at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field, where the Trojans win it 32-7 over the Baxter Lions. Whew, what a game. And Tucker was right. Tucker's on his way down to get Coach Philpott, bring him back up here in the Leah Smith postgame show. You know, the Trojans came out. They're a little bit on the jitterish side. You know, we had a few mistakes here and there and stuttered a little bit on offense. They came out in the second quarter, played some football, cleaned it up a little bit, and came out in the third and just dominated. Third and fourth quarters, the offensive line said, you know what, we're going to make the holes, and Durbin McReynolds hit the hole hard, and he ran the ball. Along with Caden Lallman having a great night. You know, defensively, D-line had to have probably the best night they've had in a long time. You know what, D. Weidman had a great night, along with Brecken Troike having an awesome night as well. We're going to step away. We're going to get Coach back in here for a coach's interview. Coach's interview brought to you by Community National Bank. Post-game coach's interview brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mindbankcnb.com.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and Mobile Banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings, leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Call Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, Hankook, and Cooper. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service with fast, reliable, on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Hello, let me sell you a car. You need a car? I work for Evans Motors, so please let me sell you a car.
Come on, let the boy sell you a car.
Let me come over for Thanksgiving dinner. You've already bought a car from me at Evans Motors. Please?
He's a hard-working boy. For the love of God, let him come over. He likes stuffing.
Can I go on vacation with you?
This is Greg from the original home location of Derailed Commodity in nearby Brazelton, Kansas. Our home location includes the warehouse for our company's 16 other stores, allowing us to feature a huge selection of furniture at outlet prices. We also feature by far the area's largest in-stock selection of carpet and floor coverings, and the absolute lowest prices on mattresses. We're your source for lodge-style rustic furniture for homes and cabins. So come see us at our large facility in Brazelton, your destination for outlet pricing.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. If I can find it. Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. We're here with Coach Philpott on the postgame show, brought to you by Community National Bank. Coach, congratulations. Great win.
Thank you. I appreciate it. The kids fought and kind of came out, looked a little bit better in the end than it did go in the first half. So it was nice to see some of our kids do some of those things.
You know, Coach, I was getting ready to say something about that. You know, the first quarter, you know, we had the first game jitters. You know, the second quarter we came out and we started to figure some things out, and the offensive line and defensive line started to man up a little bit more and lock onto their blocks. And, boy, by the third and fourth quarter, we drove the ball where we wanted to drive it.
Yeah, it was kind of, I mean, you fumble the first snap of the game and you turn it over after a nice play, and then it starts to wonder how this is going to go, and they were able to move the ball a little bit, and then we just couldn't get it going. And then third quarter, you look at the clock, and we had a nice field position, and we didn't do anything with it, and they had the ball. It seemed like the entire third quarter there, and then you look at the scoreboard, I'm not sure how we got the points on the board that we did. So we were able to stay in it and stay doing what we needed to try to do and keep with the game plan a little bit, and things started to wear down for them and work out for us.
You know, Coach, some of the highlights tonight, you know, we had a lot of young players out there tonight. You had a freshman kicker kickoff. You had a freshman PAT kicker. You had a freshman long snapper, you know, and then you had a defensive end that was a freshman. Coach, we're getting some young guys in there. They're playing ball. They came out and showed up tonight. But Brecken Troike had a heck of a game at linebacker tonight, giving a little bit of a break to Caden Lallman at quarterback, or, you know, in his quarterback position, giving him a little extra breather. D. Weidman had a great game on the outside. Coach, what did you see coming into this game that you felt comfortable putting those freshmen and those young men in the place?
Oh, we knew we were going to have some of those guys step in. We just didn't know when and where. You know, we have a small senior class, and if you look at our junior class, we've got a bunch of kids out that haven't really been out for football a whole lot. So green is what we are right now, and guys are stepping up and looking to find playing time, and you know, they've done a good job in practice of trying to understand, grasp it, and pick it up. And yeah, I don't think any special teams coach in America would like to sign up with a freshman kicker, long snapper, and holder all in the same game. So, you know, they're the guys who made the cut. I mean, we had tryouts, and we tried to find the best, and those three were the best and most consistent. So, you know, if you can get on it, then you be on the team.
That's right.
And it's earn your stripes, but you got a chance to make a name for yourself.
You put the best players where you can, and then they shined, and that's where they got to play. And you know what? Once again, Derby McReynolds runs hard. He hit the holes hard, and can't say enough about that young man.
Yeah, he had I thought probably a pretty quiet night at times. I mean, with you know, he had a big punt return for us on the special teams play, and he not quiet, but just kind of under the radar because of some of the stuff we were doing. He's a big part of our offense. It's going to really much go through him most plays, and he's going to be in on it. He's got a chance to get the ball a lot of times. So I thought Lallman ran the ball very well at the quarterback position. We did some stuff with him that, you know, trying to take some of the reads out of it, make it a little simpler for him. But he did a good job, I think, all night really with when to read, when to pull it, when to do those things he was supposed to. And you know, we're going to work on our passing game a little bit. Our protection struggles at times, but we're going to get better at that. And I think that's taken away from this and next week. Or last week's Jamboree. We know, and we got to keep working at that. So we'll get better.
Coach, we'll wrap it up here. We want to thank you for coming up, and great win tonight.
Yep, thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it. I think it's the first game, it was great having everybody home and being here, and it was a good environment and good to get a win. So we got a big one next week, so we'll go get ready for that.
That's right. Galena coming up next. We're going to show a preview of it just here in 1 second. We'll step away. We'll show the preview for next week, and once again, you've watched Girard Trojan take down the Baxter Lions 32-7 on Girard Sports Live.
Your home for Trojan Athletics is Girard Sports Live. The Trojan football team continues their homestand next Friday night as they welcome in the Galena Bulldogs. Our pregame coverage starts at 6:30, kickoff at 7. Catch every second of the action all season long right here on Girard Sports Live. It's the Trojans and Bulldogs next Friday night on Girard Sports Live.
And welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. We're going to wrap it up. Justin Tucker, bring you back in here. Final thoughts on the game.
You know, to sum everything up, it was a really good first game for Girard. I mean, like Coach Philpott just said, they started out a little bit slow, but they gained momentum as the game went on both sides of the ball. Towards the halfway point through the third quarter and then the fourth quarter, we just got really physical with them. We shoved it down their throat, and we just took control of the game. And that's, you know, if you out-physical somebody and you don't make mistakes, you're going to be really hard to beat.
That's exactly my thoughts, too. You know what? Great win for the Trojans. Great crowd here tonight, and that's expected at Girard tradition. We've always had a great crowd here at Girard, and they didn't let us down tonight. We're going to wrap it up for Girard Sports Live. Once again, Trojans win it 32-7. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday night. We're going to broadcast some volleyball. First time ever Girard Sports Live is broadcast volleyball, and I'll tell you the truth, I'm a little bit nervous, but we're going to step out of here, and we'll give you a preview of the volleyball preview coming up on Girard Sports Live. Thanks again. This is Dale Sharman with Justin Tucker, And we're signing off. Girard Sports Live, Girard Trojans. Thank you.
Center, GM Bank, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, Canar Eye Care, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Paoni Dental, Producers Cooperative Association, The Market 120, G&W Foods, and Call Service.
5, 4, 3.
Your home for Trojan Athletics is Girard Sports Live. We begin our coverage of Lady Trojan Volleyball this Tuesday night as the Trojans welcome in conference rivals the St. Mary's Colgan Panthers and the Frontenac Raiders. Our coverage begins at 4:40, first serve at 5. The Trojans welcome in the Panthers and Raiders for a conference triangular this Tuesday night right here on Girard Sports Live.